To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
The magic is calling, calling, calling us. It's calling, calling, calling us to the place where all of our dreams come true. The most magical place on earth. Answer the call. Feel the magic everywhere. Bring every dream we dream to life. Share the wonder, share the light. Oh, imagine a world for you and me. Where all that we have to do is believe. The magic is calling, calling, calling us. It's calling, calling, calling us to the place where all of our dreams come true. The most magical place on earth. Answer the call. The magic is calling, calling, calling us. It's calling, calling, calling us to the place where all of our dreams come true. The most magical place on earth. Magical place on earth. Magical place on
Good evening, everybody, and welcome into tonight's Friday night show. It's going to be a little bit of fun tonight. Going to have some smiles, maybe shed a tear or two. We're going to honor our good friend Jessie. We'll talk about her in just a little bit. I'm glad you guys are here. My man Dan Builds is backstage pulling things together real quick, and Tina will be in a little bit, just a little bit here. She'll be tracking all night everybody that comes in because we're going to give away a pair of ears tonight from our friends at JSA. So giveaway night here on the channel. I'm excited about it. Let's get this party going because we got a lot of stuff happening here. First, before I go to all the stuff we have going, I want to remind everybody that those who have the link will be able to come in tonight. We will have some guests coming in, stopping in, sharing some of their thoughts and memories of Jessie throughout the night. So a little bit different in that aspect. I'm going to ask all those people that come in, come in for a couple minutes and kind of slide in, slide out so that others can come. I don't want to go into any long-winded tie-down. Want to keep it positive, want to keep it happy the way I know she would want it, and honor her memory. All right, with that being said, let's talk about it here. There's a lot going on. The Live Place, Dean, and everything he does. We appreciate Dean and all of his family-friendly support for so many channels out there. Check out The Live Place. Dean does a good job here at theliveplace.com. Partners, I've got 7 amazing partners out there that crush it for us. We've got Chaotic Crusaders that are incredible, that support us all the way around. Talk about them throughout the show. And, of course, starting out with Dan and 20,000 on his Facebook group over there at Disney Worlders. And, of course, our executive producers that help us do it, including, I got to get them added in, another Disney podcast logo needs to be up there. Molly, send me an email just reminding me to fix the producer page so I don't forget, please. If you want to find our producers, our creators, our crusaders, our partners, all their links are found right on the front of my YouTube page. We're working hard on Facebook, trying to stay social media relevant, doing the TikTok and the Instagram all over there and above. And, of course, our Discord is absolutely rocking, and we're really excited about that. We've got membership on the channel, completely optional for your thing. 4 different levels available. If you do the higher levels, we'll send you out one of the Disney minted coins. We've been sending them out. We're grateful to do that. Membership brought to you by the beautiful Ajana Claire, Zoel's World, and her amazing travel agency. Check them out.
Ajana Claire Wise Travel is an upscale travel design and consulting firm specializing in curating ultra-luxurious travel destinations designed specially for business professionals. Focusing to deliver the once-in-a-lifetime experience that will create lasting memories, encompassing adventures in Europe or the Americas, luxurious river cruises, relaxing beach getaways, or detailed trips to Disney locations worldwide. Ajana Claire Wise Travel personalizes the experience. What rich and exciting moments do you want to create for yourself this year? Well, start writing your story with a Jean-Claire Wise Travel today.
All right, we got some great stuff coming up with the Disney YouTube Recognition Series. In June, we will have our announcement of all the recipients. That'll be June 17th with the whole production team. Coming up, Dad Builds and I will be available on May 20th. May 20th, you're going to check us out. Tell everybody you know. That's when we're announcing everybody that's eligible. We're going to show you the button that day. We're going to share with you the characters. We've got some other special things we'll be doing. Please make sure you put those dates on your calendar. May 20th will be a phenomenal day. And as I said, following up will be June 17th when we come in and do all of the presentations. It is going to be a blast. I am really looking forward to that. Another induction in the Hall of Fame ceremony. This is very important to me, guys. I need your help. May 3rd, that's this coming Wednesday. I will be live on location from Mission Breakfast. That's in Oceana Naval Station, Virginia Beach. This J.M. Smucker Company is presenting breakfast to every soldier on base and their family. On the low end, 5,000 people. On the high end, maybe 20K. We don't know. The Today Show from NBC will be broadcasting live from there, and I am the only YouTuber that has been invited to broadcast this. I'll be interviewing soldiers and talking to them throughout the show. I'd love a packed chat to be telling these soldiers when they come on how much we love them, we appreciate them. It would really mean a lot to me. This is something special involved with the military. Just a reminder that members, we have a hangout tomorrow from 5 to 6 p.m. That information will be put up into the social media aspect section. You'll be able to get that link for that. And our moderator tutorial is tomorrow from 11 to 12. It is free to attend. Anybody that wants to learn something on moderating, polish up their skills, or if you're a veteran, tell us something that we're missing, just send me an email tonight. I'll give you the link. It is free. Everybody is welcome to it. Yes, 11 a.m. All times are Eastern, Susan. All times are Eastern, 11 a.m. So that's going on. That's really exciting. The August event is pumping. We just picked up some more people coming to it. It's going to be 60-plus people from your YouTube-social media Disney aspects coming to Maryland on August 4th to the 6th. If you don't know about this event, please reach out to me. It is going to be a party right here as you're looking at all these generous donators that have donated prizes and things for the event. It's going to be a blast there. We're grateful to them. There's going to be so much coming up that we're excited to see here as it goes on. Boom. You got a Friday night event with a party and all the cocktail hours. Saturday, Orioles game, gourmet pizza party, Sunday cocktail hour. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal. Want to say thank you to our partner.
The official Disney-related news service and partner of the Pete McDevitt Show is Chip & Company. You can find this trusted source at chipandco.com or on many social media outlets including YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Last quick reminder is I always highlight and endorse Park Hopper Choppers. I am a customer of these guys. The service was beyond belief. Absolutely amazing. The prices were extremely competitive in relation to Walt Disney pricing. You can take the scooter right back to your hotel or anywhere else that you go. And again, service beyond belief. Check them out. Park Hopper Choppers. There's their website and the phone. I will be using them in September when I go back to the parks. I can't wait to do that. I am really excited. So, as I always do, it's always good to do things the same and keep things similar as we go through. We're going to do that tonight. I only have one way that I can do it. I got two special people in the chat, so I should find something good, a good song to bring them in. You know, I could do Chris's Eastbound in that. I thought about that, you know. I thought about the Monday Night Football theme, but there's only one way that I could bring these people in with everything that's been going on lately, and that's this song right here. Ready? I know Dad Builds is happy hearing this. Ladies and gentlemen, come to the chat on Friday night. Dad Builds and Tina Marie. This is a good song, Tina. This is for your, you know, how do you hump a cowboy or whatever you're doing. I still love that song. Dad Bills, how are you, sir? Good to see you.
Pretty good.
Glad you could make it here with us tonight. We got a lot of people in the chat. We should acknowledge them, sure, as well. Tina, Miss Tina, how are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm hanging in there. You know, it's obviously been a tough week, but you know,
Yep.
we do what we do and what we can do, I guess. And you know, we're going to honor her tonight and talk about that in just a minute. But I think I should do the chat first because we want to welcome everybody in. We'll keep her logo up top in the corner of the screen all night. We're going to have some friends popping in. I'll give the go ahead for pop-ins in just a few minutes. So let me go and run and do this. I'm not as good as Chris or Steve doing this, but I'll do the best I can. Let's see. Let's go the distance. Why not, Chris? That seems to be our one that we've done real well with over time, right? Let's go with distance here. Have some fun. Let's say hello and welcome in to Big Matt, Stevie Lee, Lisa T, Samantha Lowe, Wish Upon a Disney, Susan, Debbie Bernfeld, Jeannie 52573, Disney Worlders, Dan, the Tomorrowland Traveler, hello, Christine Hickman, welcome in, Peaceful Easy Feeling, hello, Irene, 100 Acre Wood, yes, you beat me over here, hello, Stacy Rogers, great to see you, Zippity Doo Doug is in house, Monorail Molly, Daniel Barry Sports, thank you, and Mara is in house with us, sliding down, Debbie Thuder is in house with us, good to see you, Fred O'Malley, thank you for coming in, Joy S, amazing Joy S, and Katie Y in house, back to back. That's two superstars. Knew It This is in here. Walking with the Woods, our executive producer, in-house. Good to see you, Nick, and possibly Cliff as well. Yachty is in-house. Yachty is in-house. Good to see you, Yachty. Home Candy S, hello. Wonderful day, Javier. Hello. Margie Herschelini, welcome in. Space Mountain Dave, good to see you. Movie Mania Nick is in here with us. Chris Guy as well. Thank you for joining. I'm trying to drop down here. WW Explore and Chill, hello. Thank you for being here tonight. I don't think I'm missing too many as I'm skipping. It's hard to do with one finger over here, but I'm holding on. Let's see here. AGC Amy. Amy's here. Cricket Fox is here. Christy's Corner is in house. Flipper, the pool, is here. He's in the bathtub, but he's here. That guy lives in a bathtub. Let's see. Paul Engel's here. Bill Steffen. Greg from Chip & Co. Chips Ahoy, my friend. Good to see you. I don't think I missed anybody. Janice Disney, hello. If I did miss you, we'll make sure as we go along definitely to say hello to you as well. Stephanie Keel, Sam Will Be Experience, hello. Good to see you. I do love this song. One of my favorites. I know it's one of yours too, Chris, right? Hercules.
Yeah.
It is awesome. So guys, obviously we're gonna, we might as well address Happy Swan, hello. Address obviously the big elephant in the room. Last Saturday, we're going to do our normal show tonight with the fact that Chris and I will touch on some news, touch on some merch. I'm not going to go as heavy into the big community aspects tonight because we got a lot going on, people that are going to come in. If you'd like to see the under 1,000 update, go to the front of my YouTube page. It's right on there. If one of the moderators could drop that link to that section, that would be great. It's the up and coming, rising channels. You can look at all the ones from 960 something all the way down to 100 and something. See where everybody's out. Check those channels out. We will get back to highlighting them next week. Same thing with the race to 100K. I'm going to pass on the race tonight, and we're going to celebrate what we're doing. You can always check out my last stream Wednesday night for an updated race, or catch me again early next week, and we'll get back to highlighting those people as well. We will talk about the pictures this week because I know Jesse will want me to do that. I will highlight the success because, again, I know Jesse was a big advocate of that. So with that being said, I guess I'll tell everybody kind of where we are, and then I'd just love to get your guys' feedback. Hello, Jonathan Chung. Like to kind of get your guys' feedback and your feelings first before we gotta open the doors to everybody. So last 2 weeks, or last 2.5 weeks, Jesse, I think on the 10th of the month, was her and I talked. She was in helping me with something for the Hall of Fame thing, and she mentioned, hey, I'm not feeling all that great. And she said her stomach, was bothering her a little bit and just not feeling all that great. And she said she was going to go to the doctors and, get it checked out. And I was like, okay. And we kept talking on text every other day. She talked to Paul Engel almost every day. So every day that I didn't talk to Jesse, I would reach out to Paul and bother him and say, hey, have you heard an update? Where's she stand? And then, so on Wednesday of this past week, so Wednesday a week, we were sitting and I talked to Jesse and she had told me about a couple things we were going to do with the channel. And she said, hey, I'm still not feeling great, but she had trouble talking. I know that Tina talked with her about the same time, and she just said kind of she was going to work through it. Hey, Marguerite Nagy, welcome in. So I said, okay. And I put out in our moderator chat, I directed or I requested. Director is not a good word. Everybody's a volunteer there, so direct is not a good word. I requested that our moderating team give her space because she needed rest, and I know what that's like from when I was sick. And so on Thursday, I checked in with Paul. I said, hey, have you heard from her? No, I haven't heard from her. Okay. I checked with Tina. No, I haven't heard back, but Tina said to me, and I'm almost verbatim here, but Pete, I'm worried because she sounded really rough. Tina said that to me, and I kind of consoled Tina and said, well, we'll work through that, I think, and try to because Tina was very concerned. And then like an hour later, Casey calls me about some stuff with the channel, and he says, hey, have you heard from Jessie? Because I've been texting her and I haven't heard from her. And then my spider sense started going crazy. I started wondering. So I reached out to her and I called over to her and left a message for her to call me. She called me back while I was unavailable and I couldn't answer. I called her back and she didn't answer. What we didn't know was that she at that point was in the hospital. And that's the bad point. So that was on Friday. On Saturday, I did my normal stream, which was in the afternoon at about 3:30. Paul Engel reaches out to me and says, hey, I need you to text me or call me. And when I called him, Paul had gotten communication from RJ Salsa, who RJ has been in our channels, and he has also been in our sports channels, and he was close to Jesse from the weather organization. And he had found out through the people in the weather thing, one of the friends over there, hey VP, welcome in, that Jesse had passed away. Okay. Which took us all for a loop. Okay. All of us took it pretty hard. She was a good person. These guys will talk about that. Let me finish getting you up to par. So where we stand right now is that we finally were able to get someone in the family did a memorial post giving information about where she's being buried and a little bit about her life. You know, a lot of people wouldn't realize that her real name was Jade. It was not Jessie. And we can share that. If anybody wants it, we can share that to you. If not, I understand, no problem. But we have it available to share if anybody wants it. The other one thing I will also, just so that everybody's on the same page, a playing field here. Paul was reached out to immediately by someone. Jessie was part of the American Indian culture and very proud of her heritage that she married into it with her husband, and she was proud of it. But someone reached out to Paul and said, hey, you know, she passed away. Who are you? What is all this about? Boom, boom, boom. And then, of course, the next thing was, well, you can tell all your people to donate to the American Indian tribe out here. Well, Paul and I were both, honestly, Paul and I talked about it, and we were both like, no, absolutely not. We know that while Jessie was proud of it, she didn't feel comfortable with some of the things over there. She had made that known to us. And honestly, it kind of bothered me personally that somebody was reaching out to people in our community saying, hey, who are you? And give money to us. Is basically what it was. No information on what happened to her, no nothing, just give us money. So if you in this community, as you're hearing me talk tonight, are reached out to by anybody on behalf of Jessie or the American Indian tribe or any of that, please do not dig into that. Okay, I would encourage that with that. What we are going to do tonight is a couple things. One, we're going to honor her memory with people coming in here as soon as Tina and Chris are done when I'm here getting all this wind out of myself. And then we have a video, which we're going to play probably halfway through. I believe it's a video tribute to her. You're going to want to see this because, guys, what it is literally Jessie talking to you. And in a way, it is a goodbye. But I believe it's done tactfully, and I hope that you all will appreciate it, and I think that Jessie would appreciate it because it's her words from a previous video that she did that are now being shared with you at this time. The other thing is, before I turn it over to Chris and then Tina, is that Jesse was a huge advocate for what Chris was doing with raising money for, again, Chris, tell me the proper terminology so I don't screw it up.
The American Stroke Association.
Thank you. The American Stroke Association. Jesse had people in her family that had that challenge medically, and when Chris did his first one, she was sharing it out everywhere. She called me up the minute he said it and said he was doing it. Said, "Hey, do I have permission to post that all over your social medias and pin it up on boards?" And I said, "Absolutely." She was out there sharing it till the last minute, trying to help him get 5K. And when Chris started talking about this one, Jesse was the first person to come to me and say, "Hey, Pete, we need to try to do something at the August event to help Chris raise some money to get started on that." So I talked with Paul Engel, who was very close with Jesse. I've talked with some of the what I'm calling my leadership team, and I'll explain that a little bit later in the stream. I talked with some of my people in my leadership team, and we have made this decision. One, first, if anybody would like to send a card, hello G. Wilson, hello Rob Fuzz. If anybody would like to send a card to the family, I have her private address to her parents. If you send it to my P.O. box, if moderators could drop that in the link a couple times tonight, send it to me, send it to my attention, right on the back of the card, attention Jesse. Okay? Very simple. Address it to me at my P.O. box, on the back, top of the card, attention Jesse. I'm going to put a simple note. Hey, Bob and Kelly. Hey, Surf Bum. I'm going to put a simple note. Ride the teacups. Hello. I'm going to put a simple note into the envelope. I'm going to put all these that you send me, and I will mail it. I'll take care of the mailing cost, and I will send it to her family. And I guarantee you that it will go to her mom and dad. They will get it at her house. Okay? So send it to my P.O. box. Attention to me on the back, top of the card. Attention Jesse. Whatever you want to send, and I will get it to her. We'll do that. The second thing is, in lieu of super chats or super stickers, please do not send me any money tonight, okay? Please don't. What I would prefer you would do, what I know Jesse would prefer you would do, if you want to donate to Chris's event for this year, we're going to drop that link in the chat. Chris, do you have that already, buddy?
No,
Can you you haven't done it yet?
I haven't got that set up yet.
Oh, I told you I have it done by today.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so as soon as Chris is next week when we come back for our stream, Chris will have it set up. I will post the link at the top, and anybody that wants to make a donation of any sort to that event in Jesse's name, that you could do that to honor her. I know I've said a lot, but I wanted to cover all the details. So, Chris, I'll go ladies first. Tina, I called you. You were one of the first people that I called after you found out live on the stream, and we talked for a little bit. Just your thoughts and everything right now.
So, I don't even know where to begin with this. Jesse was one of my closest friends. We talked almost daily, and much like Paul and much also like Angela Minta. Whenever Angela and I were talking last night, whenever you would do something sassy or funny or just off the wall, she would call me screaming, laughing at the top of her lungs. She was always, on top of absolutely everything and calling me and just, she was just someone that I enjoyed talking to. We're doing things around the house, have my earbuds in, my Bluetooth, and I would just be talking to her, and she would just talk to me about everything under the sun. One time she was in a tornado warning, and I'm listening to the sirens twice, two
Right.
different occasions, through the phone, and her alerts are going off, and I'm like, shouldn't you get to a basement? And she's like, no, I'm good. She's outside on her porch, like she had no fear. She just put herself in the thick of everything that was going on around her, and she always dove in headfirst and put 110% effort into everything that she did. And I had spoken with her right around the same time Pete first did, and she was like, I really don't feel good. And I said, she's like, I think I have food poisoning. And I was thinking of that today as I was eating something. She said she thought it was Taco Bell, and I was like, Jess, it doesn't sound like Taco Bell. Food poisoning. You really should go to the doctor. And this was on, I think, Tuesday, and she was like, or Wednesday, and she was like, if I'm still like this tomorrow, I'll go. And then she went, and she got herself checked out. And the next I heard from her, she was in the hospital. And I talked with her. I prayed with her over the phone, which is a big step because I know her background is I think it was like it was something. It was a church of something, Baptist or whatever. Um, but I know she was very big into the Native American community. I prayed with her, and then I talked to her the next day. She called me when they um, did some medical things, and I, I knew, like I knew, like it's like I had the feeling, and I was scared, and I put in the prayer group, we need to be praying for Jessie, and I just was beside myself, and then I sent her text messages the rest of the days, and then Friday was the day before she passed was my last text message to her, and I put 2 purple hearts, and I said, "Love you, Jess," and that was the last that I sent to her. Don't know if she saw it, she got it, but that was it.
That's a beautiful story, Tina, and I know how much she meant to you, and what you meant to her with it as well. Paul Engel joining us, lower right hand corner. Greg from Chip and Co. I'll talk with you guys in one second. Tina, I know the text was something. I know we all do stuff throughout. You guys and I all talk. I actually sent her a text. It was Sunday after I knew she was gone, but I sent her one anyway, and I have it right in front of me. It was with a good morning. May the sweetest of God's grace touch and bless you today in a beautiful, kind way. And my text that I wrote to her was, I know you won't get this here on earth, but I hope somewhere else you're able to see this message. Your friendship meant the world to me and will never be replaced. My solstice in this tough time is that you'll be in you're at peace and no longer in any pain. Much love to you and your next journey. I'll see you when I get there. And that's kind of was my text to her. Chris, I know she meant the world to you as well with everything she did, and I'd just like to hear some of your thoughts.
Yeah, uh, Jesse was always there, um, and always wanted to check in. At least always wanted to check in with me. If she could tell with her spidey sense that I wasn't feeling it on a Friday night, I would get a message from Jesse wanting to know if I was okay and letting me know that she was thinking about me and there for me, and it it meant a lot.
Yeah.
Um, to yeah, so she she left a big hole, and she's gonna be missed. Right.
She used to text me consistently when I was doing sports on what Dad Builds was doing on Saturday night. I knew the whole show for what was going on for highlights and stuff because I would get updates on my text for what you were doing. I would get updates on Dizzar Dream and Steve when they were both live. I would get texts giving me hell if I was live when Tina was live. Tina's live trying to grow, and you're doing this. Just her way of being it. And she called, texted me a lot during everything with when you were going through with your mom and dad and all that stuff, and just being worried about that. And I know during also Chris during when you had COVID and you weren't here last time for the meeting, she texted me daily asking for updates on you, just making sure that you were okay and everything. So I know how much she definitely cares with that. So that's important. Paul, you came in next, and you probably out of the entire community were one of the top people to know Jesse more in depth. I think you all talked every day with a pretty long conversation, sometimes more than just one, sometimes two or three. Just some words from you, buddy.
Jesse was a good friend, and as you said, we talk daily, even on your streams, because we that's how we communicated, um, and the timing was almost good, and because it was just the right thing to do. One day we actually talked about 10 hours for the whole day, and we didn't even. It was just the whole day was just conversation. Just um, it wasn't dead silence at all during that whole 10-hour session. She helped me through my mom's um, illness and then eventual death, and she got me through that. And she's with me every day now. And it just, when I heard the news, it just brought me back to my mom all over again. But it was more painful because it was unexpected.
Hmm. Yeah, we didn't really have a chance to say goodbye in any way, shape, or form. She definitely didn't. Watson Holmes, thank you for your awesome comment right there. We appreciate you and thank you for being part of the community. Sebastian's in here now and highlighting her comment. We didn't really have a chance to react because she had told you, and you related to me. Well, this is something simple. It's gonna pass in a couple days, and you know
Right.
that was what we thought.
I I had actually, she was complaining about her pain in her stomach, and I encouraged her to go to the hospital, go see her doctor, and the I think it was on Tuesday that I she called me and she said she was in the hospital. So and then everything seemed to be okay, and then I didn't hear from her. So on I guess Thursday, I actually called her and left a voicemail, and that was my final goodbye. So and ironically, I just said at the end of my message, I said I love you, and then I hung up, and it was just my way of saying goodbye, I think. And then when I heard RJ, when I got the phone call from RJ, that was just really devastating for me.
Yeah, I wish I'd have got to talk to her that last time we were passing. I couldn't get to the phone at the time when she called me, and then when I called her back, she was obviously going through whatever. I know she was taking heavy morphine at the time for the pain, and I know when I talked to her, I felt like she was kind of loopy. I even said to her, "Hey, you're all hopped up on Mountain Dew. What's going on?" You know. But she was that there. Greg, thank you for joining us. Our friend Greg first, our partner second with everything Chip and Co. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me in. I just wanted to talk about Jesse for a second.
Absolutely, it's your floor.
So, oh, I just opened my messages up from Jesse, and this is going to kill me. And I'm going to try and get through this for real quick because dealing with Jesse was always exceptionally fun. I loved talking with her. I loved dealing with messages with her, and we. So I'll go back a few months. Jesse was. I was honored that Jesse. I tried to do a morning show, and Jessie was the weather girl on that show. And she was really happy to be there, and we were really happy to have her be part of it. It didn't take off, but she understood that. She also understood that the community meant everything to her. And she was just so cool. And I want to thank Tina for letting me know all about this. But a few weeks ago, I got a message from her. It was just saying that she was diagnosed at the time what they thought was pre-cancer, and she wasn't on chemo or wasn't doing radiation or anything, but they were what they were doing for her left her in constant pain. So I would talk to her once in a while about all this and try and get her mind off of it and just make her laugh in the only way. That Jessie laughed, that high pitched cackling laugh that she had that was so infectious and funny and wonderful. And so I got to know Jesse, and it was so nice that of all people, here's some guy from Philadelphia who happens to work for a media doing Disney media, and I got to know her, and I got to spend the time to get to know her, and I was honored to get to know her. and she loved this community. Um, and I just want to read. I'm going to try and read this real quick, Pete.
Okay.
So at one point, there's so much in here. Like there's just so much that she would write all the time, and it doesn't stop. But it's just little things like she said about you, Pete, and about this community. I will protect you guys to death if needed. Pete didn't give me the character of Wreck-It Ralph in the Hall of Fame for nothing. Like that's one of those things that's Jessie. But here's one of the last messages I've gotten from her, and this was 2.5 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And just out of the blue, I got a message that said, "Hey, Greg and Holly, I just wanted to message you today, tell you how much you are loved. I'm honored to have you guys as my friends and wish you all the joy and happiness in the world that you can possibly have." That's Jessie, man. That
Very sincere.
is exactly what she was. She showed her love on her shoulder. She loved this community. She loved you, Pete. She loved you, Dad, Bill, Tina, all. And you would think I live a very busy life, but I always made time for her because I always wanted to. I knew she was going through some stuff. She was a little lonely sometimes, but I loved listening to her talk. And I just wanted to say that through you, Pete, and through this community, I got to know her, and she's going to leave a big hole in my heart because you wouldn't think that she's going to affect some guy from Philly in this way. And so I just wanted to take some time and say that I really love Jessie and I really respected her, and I'm proud that she was my friend.
You know, she as I've gotten to know her, and Paul, if I step out of line with anything I say today, please don't hesitate to correct me. But um, I guess the thing to say is, so a little bit of transparency for this channel. Um, Jessie Jessie found our channel as she liked Disney and she was looking for stuff. She came out of the blue, out of nowhere. I'll be honest with you, when she first started reaching out to me, I honestly was like, who is this quack? You know, because she was sending me notes about Disney weather when she started. And I'm like, I'm in Maryland. Why the hell do I care about Disney weather? You know? But she was trying to help me with the show for Friday night to give me stuff. That's how it started. And when I first she reached out to me first time on social media when she heard me having a little bit of trouble trying to get something going for Ecamm to transfer it over. And she reached out to me and said, hey, well, I can help you with this. And over time, I got to know her. I gave her a lot of responsibility on this channel. And it was not because of I wanted to overload somebody or I didn't want to do it or what have you. It was because when stuff came up, she kept asking for it. And at first I was really hesitant because I don't like to just give a ton of responsibility to one person. One, I don't want to ever put anybody under the impression of, hey, you know, you're just doing this stuff for me and I'm taking advantage of it, because that's never what it's about. But what I realized about, I don't know, 5-6 months into our 5 or 6 months into our relationship was that the whole time I thought, wow, she's doing all this stuff to help me. And I started feeling bad for, wow. And then what came to understand was what she was doing was helping her. And helping her a lot more than I realized until some more people got to know her. And here's why I say it. I'm talking about what I was doing. When I say I mean all of us here involved in the Pete McDevitt Show. That includes every person watching this show. Whether you're watching live or on the replay, it includes all of you all the way up to me. Okay? What we gave her was, she had lost her husband in 18. And that was tragic to her. He was her everything. She had a family was kind of spread out. She had some friends in the weather community, but it was kind of, you know, they were friends, but they weren't diehard crazy. She had a couple, one or two, but it wasn't, you know, she didn't have this loving aspect. And what she got over here gave back to her 10 times over. And I didn't realize that until a ways in. So when she came to me and when we had a problem with our website, and all of a sudden I had no one to do our website out of the blue, and I was saying, all right, I got to find somebody to do our website. And I had a couple people that I was going to talk to. She called me up and says, hey, I deal with this. I do that all the time. I want to take that. I was like, you're already doing all this. I want to do it. And I didn't fight her. And she took it and she crushed it, and I mentioned this the other day that I went backstage on Saturday after I heard that she had passed. And I'm thinking, I talked to Chris. We were talking about something with the show coming up. And I looked backstage, and sure enough, she had already done the next Hall of Fame segment. It was already all done, with a note in there to me that said, "All done for you, buddy." And I about fell out. So what we gave back to her, and Paul, am I missing anything with that? I wanted to make sure we said that to everybody.
No, you did it. You hit it spot on, Pete.
Okay. I also want to thank Dad Builds publicly, and also apologize to Dad Builds publicly. Last Saturday, when Paul called me and told me this, Dad Builds was live. In the right way of doing YouTube, I should have texted Chris and said, Chris, here's what's going on. Is it okay if I come on? The wrong way, the emotional way, I was blown away at what Paul told me. Everybody in this house was asleep. I didn't know where I was kind of lost. And the only thing that I thought of when I was lost was the people that I care about. And I went on to Chris' show and broke it. Chris, I apologize for interrupting your stream. You were extremely professional. You were extremely kind and caring. And you probably should have called me afterwards and said, hey, jackass, you shouldn't have done that. But that's the truth. Let's be honest. I'm just being honest. You were having a good show. And I'm sorry about that. But I didn't know where to go, and I was kind of lost. And I'm still partially lost, when I think about all this. And it's not about the stream. It's about the fact that, like that woman, I say that with respect. I say that about my wife a lot, that woman. When she met the baker, of all people, the baker, okay? The one guy who could talk to you for 24 hours about everything and anything, and at the end of the conversation, you look at him and say, I learned about as much from you as I do talking to Flipper for 4 or 5 hours. Baker flew out there to see his son in Iowa, and he took the time to go meet Jessie close to her house, right? And I didn't think much of it. She called me and talked for 2 weeks over time about how much that meant to her, that someone came and met her. And, Chris, I know, you knew a little bit about, she was real excited to come to this thing in August and be here and to meet you and to meet, the other people she hadn't met. Paul, had you met her face to face yet?
No, I hadn't. I was planning on meeting her when she got here.
Okay. I know Tina, I knew she was looking forward to meeting Tina and everything. And there's Baker coming in now. It was pretty, and if anybody else wants to come in, you hit the button as we go through. Around 12 o'clock, we'll play an update for that. Greg, go ahead, Chris. Please interrupt me.
I was just going to say, Pete, I think Jonathan Chong's comment,
Okay.
not the last one, but the previous one.
Okay. Let me try.
Jonathan Chong said she was what our community is all about. And that's the simplest and most perfect statement you could say. JC was all about what this community should be all about.
Yeah.
Caring for, supporting, and loving each other. That's it. Pure and simple.
Yeah, I agree. That's well said. Well said, Greg. She was exceptionally proud of the fact that Chip and Co. partnered with us and allowed us to do what we were doing. Chip and Co. was one of her favorite Disney websites before this all even started. Before you were even there, it was one of her things that she liked. And I remember when I got her together, because we'd have calls from time to time, and I would talk to her as part of the people helping with my channel. And when I told her that, she was so excited about that, and the fact that we were doing that. So that was kind of cool. Also, a lot of people didn't know she was a huge advocate for animals. She had a support dog that she had from when her husband passed away, but she spent a lot of time trying to help different things with animals and pets. I can't tell you how many times she would reach out to me about stuff with our dogs. She sent our dogs treats in the mail, which was always kind of fun to open up that, and she would want to know it. And she uh, she was doing something for Preston that was really cool, and I finished it out for her in her honor with some help. Some people gave some super chats last week, and I applied that money to it. But she was working on this special thing for Preston's room for his Funkos because she was going to come here and see it. And I don't know, they got to talking one day offline about what he was trying to do, and he was saving up his own tip money from work. And she ended up promising him, "Hey, I'll send you this money." And it wasn't a lot. It's like $100 total, but she was sending that to him and doing that kind of stuff behind me that I didn't even know about. Just trying to help people, going out there and helping new moderators, people that were coming into our training courses, working with them outside of it and trying to help them to do better. I know Greg, she reached out to you like Chris does many times. I know with things she saw that were needed to help with her too, right?
She was on top of things. Uh, what I really would like to get across here and for people to understand about her was how much of a stand-up human being she was. And there was, I don't even need to go into details, but something happened somewhere along the way that she felt that was her responsibility. And she called me personally, talked to me for about an hour about whatever the issue was. And the first thing she said was she apologized to me and laid it all out on the table. And I was like, Jesse, you don't need to apologize to me or to anybody else. But she felt that burden upon her to be the person who was better and stronger and more forward and direct. And she was going to be the one who said, I'm sorry for whatever happened. And she had nothing to do with it,
She
Pete.
had nothing to
But
do with
she took that burden upon herself and she was just stand up and she was I have the utmost respect for any human being who does that because it shows that they're first off they have empathy for people but also apathy for situations, and Jesse had that in abundance. So that's I just wanted to express that because it's hard for me in this world to become friends with a lot of people. You meet a lot of people and you're friends with everybody, but you're not close with a lot of people. So I'm glad I got to know Jessie. I'm glad I got to be her friend. Simple as that. I'm glad that I was her friend in this world. And to all of you guys, I love you guys. Thank you so much. And I will leave you on those notes because, other people need to come in here and say some amazing positive things about such a sweet lady.
So she would want me to have everyone leave today with a smile on their face. So, Greg, I'm just curious, when do the Flyers play?
They don't. They play in the junior leagues now. Look, man, I know we have the worst hockey team in the world, but listen, I don't care what you say. Where is it? Where is he?
What do you got now? Oh, God.
Oh, where is he? Oh, there he is.
Oh, God.
When you have a mascot like that, you don't need to win.
I kind of look like Jesse sometimes right there. So, Greg, we appreciate your friendship, your partnership. We love you to death. Thank you for coming in to share a few moments. And later on tonight, in just a little bit, probably right around the midnight hour, about 40 minutes, we're going to go through some news and stuff. I'm going to share the video if you get a chance. If you can't watch it later, check out the replay. It's a beautiful sentiment from Jesse.
Yeah, I'll be around in chat. Thank you guys
Awesome.
so much, Pete.
Appreciate you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Thanks, Paul.
We have one spot open for everybody. If anybody wants to join in here that has the link, you're more than welcome to do so here. Chris, you want to do some news for a minute?
Sure. Yeah.
We can do that real quick. Let me make sure I don't have anything here. No, I'm just making sure I didn't put up anything that I need to do real quick. Let's jump over to our Friday news and merch share. And up there's Tina.
Hi.
Look,
Oh,
it's Tina.
Hold on, Tina, just
Oh,
hang
yeah,
tight.
baby, this is the way.
Yeah, okay, well, it's all the way. Look, it's taking me a minute here. I'll use the force spot for this. And come on over. We'll put it up there. Tina's dancing. There we go. What do we got going here?
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 comes out next week. We're less than a week away now. Tickets are on sale now, and we have confirmation on the number of post-scene or post-credit scenes.
How many?
James Gunn was asked if there was one. He said no. There are two.
Well, there are two. Okay, good to know. Good to know. And also, we are going to give away the ears. Do I have them over here? Hold on, I got to go back to the previous screen. Let me bring it up. Sorry, I'm not doing poor production right now, as Dad Bills will say. Get your production up. There's the ears, I believe. Hold
Never
on.
say that.
Huh?
I never say that.
No, you always text. You just text me. It's okay. That is the ears we're going to give away tonight. Who is that? Who is that? Is that Space Mountain Dave?
That is Rafiki.
Oh, I thought it was Dave. It's Rafiki ears, custom made JSA Creations. Hello, Samantha Lowe. Hey, Lorna. Welcome in there. So we got those ears, which will be kind of cool, and we're excited about that. We'll do that right after the video tonight. Hey, Angela Mintus. So right around the midnight hour, Tina is writing down everybody's name that comes into the chat. The only thing is that you need to be here when we give them away. And the ears, for everybody that's received them, they are phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. So, all right, let me come back over here. Whoa!
Yeah. And another Marvel news, Marvel's Agatha Coven of Chaos series coming to Disney Plus will be a musical.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm not sure how that's going to work, but apparently we're getting a Marvel musical. So
Marvel musical.
show.
If the genie there pointing at Tina, okay? Tina, don't sit up all the way because he'll be pointing at the wrong area. No, hold on. I got to move him. I can't have him point. No, you can't be pointing at that. Here, we'll point it there. There we go. Genie was being a little... Okay. I'm not up on a Marvel musical. Paul, are you up on a Marvel musical?
No, not really.
I'm not...
Two
yeah.
Welcome in.
together.
Good to see you. Kay Willoughby, thank you for going up to Phantasmic Theater. I appreciate you. That's very nice of you. Thank you very much. Also, I should say real quick before we go to the next topic that for any of the moderators that are in here, Molly is doing a crushing job. Tina's been supporting her. Sebastian the Crab is also working with her. We are moving our moderator chat over to a private area, a private app. If you have not been reached out to yet, please reach out to Monorail Molly, Tina, or Sebastian the Crab. They can put you in the right place to make sure you're in there. That is the only place. All other moderating things will be closed. We're not going to have 3 or 4 moderating places now. We're going to have one location, and I think it's pretty good. Go ahead, Dad. That's what we got next besides this girl screaming.
Well, I was just going to mention Catherine Hahn, who played Agatha in WandaVision, did do a bit of a musical sequence in WandaVision. If you remember, she did that song, It Was Agatha All Along.
It was Agatha all along, right?
Yeah, so it kind of makes sense if they go with a musical route here, but that'll be interesting to see how they pull that off.
If I asked Tina to make that face, I would probably get slapped.
Tina can make that face. 100.
I could wink. I'll give you a wink, but I'm not going to give you an obnoxious wink like that.
I'm thinking that's a totally different face. Let me call Flipper and ask him. Go ahead. Go to the next topic before I get in trouble here.
Next
Whoa!
topic.
Well, it only took 5 minutes for her to figure that out.
Might be the face I make, but you'll never know.
Wow. Oh, every time I just want to say congratulations, Flipper. I feel like I'm saying it all the time. Go ahead.
Steven Spielberg watched. I don't know where to go. Steven Spielberg watched Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, and he loved it.
Well,
So,
interesting. Harrison Ford looks weird there.
well, that's because he just saw this face from Tina.
He just. I'm glad
He's a little startled.
we're laughing tonight. This is great. Theme Park Casual, welcome in. Oh my God. Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for that one. So, yeah, if Spielberg's signing off on it, so
That's a good thing.
that'll be good. Yeah. Phantasmic earlier this week had an issue at Disneyland, a small flammable issue, and they have announced that it is not expected to return until at least May the 14th, while investigation and repairs continue to the Dragon.
I'll be shocked. I mean, that's the second time that this has happened with Disney. I'll be shocked if Dragon comes back.
And she it went down in a flame of glory.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. Worse than Florida. But I noticed today that when Kelly, I was watching Myers and the Mouse in my house doing their stream, and the Dragon went by and it was not blowing fire. So
they have ceased pyrotechnics across all of the parks while they investigate. That includes the Maleficent Dragon in the parades. That includes some of the pyro effects on Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular.
Wow.
They said that the pyro effects on Phantasmic at Hollywood Studios will continue because it's an older version of tech, totally different than what they're using in the other systems. So that will continue.
Yes, that was an amazing destruction of the Dragon. But I'm pretty sure, Flipper, that's not. They didn't walk into the park in the morning and go, hey, you guys want to set the Dragon on fire? I'm pretty sure that's
I was about to say, that's an expensive way to make s'mores.
Yes, that's the most expensive s'more you'll ever see. Good Lord.
Yeah. Oh.
What else we got?
Next up, there's a new Winnie the Pooh Vera Bradley collection coming to Disney World.
That'll be expensive.
If you're looking for some new Vera Bradley, you got there is the duffel tote there, and then here is your mini backpack with the word "believe" stitched in it and a balloon, and then you have Tigger and Pooh down there at the bottom. Blow it up a little bit here for us. And then there is your back.
They do. I will say one thing about Vera Bradley. They do a good job in quality.
They do. Yeah.
Thinking about quality, Chris, you reminded me of somebody. I told Angela, but I didn't tell everybody else yet. I received in the mail a huge box from Maria and Chris at LBV. We have 8 quality shirts from large all the way up to 3X that they have sent us that we will be giving away at the August event. 8 of them. That's, as we all know, those shirts are $30 or $40 a piece. So they were very generous in what they did, and they gave us some good ones. Tron and Happily Ever After and Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy and some good ones. So it was nice of them to do that.
Jeanette says she just watched Indiana Jones yesterday. He didn't drop them in the ceiling, but all of the pyros seem to be there. So maybe they're starting to bring some of it back.
I should have thought about it, Jeanette. Next time, if you go back down there and you take the kids, reach out to me because I can get you the VIP seating down there. And Chris knows it's pretty good, isn't it, Chris?
It's pretty good.
It's spectacular.
Yeah.
So definitely reach out to me. I'm sorry. I apologize. I've had all this on my mind, and I should have reached out to you. Go ahead. Sorry, Chris.
There's also a new Mickey and Minnie Picnic Dooney and Burke collection at the Magic Kingdom. Some of this is on Shop Disney as well. I really like this one. I know this is expensive, and I have no reason to buy that, but I like the look of this.
I do too. Tina, you like that?
Oh, I don't like small purses, but I like that a lot.
How bad is it, Chris?
I believe that one is 249. I can pull these up on
Oh
Shop Disney because they are
no,
available there as
no,
well.
no! Don't like it that
Uh,
much. No,
No.
no.
That's a whole that's a whole lot of dancing to get that.
that's a lot of dancing. So there's your full purse and then the backpack as well. They have the all over print.
Oh,
Like I said, I'll pull these up.
from Paul. Just got a text from Paul. He'll buy everyone in the chat one tonight. Thank you, Paul.
Oh, thank you, Paul. Look at that. So
Yeah,
kind.
yikes. Javier says yikes. Well, you're going to pay money for that. You're paying money for the name. The quality's there. I agree with Chris. I actually like the pattern. I think it's pretty cool.
I like that one. I like that better than the all over print, to be honest. I think that was really cute. But
100 Acre Wood says Doonies last forever.
see,
And Jonathan Chong can't wait to get his ball. He's actually going to wear it around the park.
So do
nice.
diamonds, but I'm not asking for those.
That's a whole nother story. Go ahead.
That's another story. And a related story, though, the Disney 100 Minnie Mouse Pandora charm is available at Disney Springs. This one is only $185.
Is Mickey on a skateboard? What is that? Is that his shoes?
No, that's his shoes. That's Minnie's shoes.
Oh, okay. Mini shoes. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right. I screwed that one up.
There she is in all of her charm glory.
She's beautiful.
Uh,
She's
but
a beaut, Clark.
$185 for that?
Yeah, that's a lot. And Greg, props to whoever did this story. The one thing I do like that you guys have been really improving on over the last year is really getting up close on these smaller pieces so we can really get a good look. That's awesome. We appreciate that.
Yep.
If you can
So,
afford, go at it, right? I guess, Chris. I don't know.
yeah.
I mean, I can. I can get through that.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say
There's-
something super expensive like $100. You nearly double. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
not cheap.
185.
Not too much.
So, there's a new Orange Bird collection available at Disney World as well.
Oh, really?
Yep, we got a new tumbler sipper cup
Okay.
there. It has a little orange there at the top for your straw, and then there is a nameplate.
Hello.
Says "Hello Sunshine."
I like it. I'm seeing something.
I can't pull up that picture. Let me see.
What does the back of that shirt look like?
It doesn't show the back of it, unfortunately.
Greg, do you remember what the back of the shirt looked like? And Baker, are you still in here? All right.
Yeah,
Let me go back.
many little plush big feet orange birds as well.
We're gonna take a break for a second. We got a friend joining here, and I'm gonna. Let me take this out of here, and let me move that to the green room, and bring in. Speak of the devil. You say his name 3 times, and he shows up. Hold on. I got to bring number 4 back in. I took it out by accident. Come on, come up there. Why does it? There we go. Oh, hold on. There he is.
Oh,
Hey, Pete.
Hey, first off, before you start chatting, have you seen that shirt?
No.
The new Orange Bird Spirit jersey?
Oh, yeah.
Is
That's
there anything
nice.
on the back of it?
Yeah. That
What's
was
on?
my daughter's favorite one when she was here.
What's on the back of it? Say Orange Bird or something? Or
Oh, yeah. It's got a nice decoration to it. It's different. They're changing the spirit jerseys up a bit.
okay, we'll talk about that offline. I mean, that might be a wife Christmas birthday gift coming up type thing. Baker's here. Chris got to work with Jesse on a lot of different aspects, and he wanted to stop in and say a few words. So everybody say hello to the Baker, and it's your window, Chris. Have some fun.
Hey, everybody. I'm kind of like everybody else with what we feel in our heart. And when we lose somebody that means a lot to us that we've only known a very short time, and you feel like you've known her forever. I take a trip to Iowa. My son's in a play in Iowa City, and Jesse messages me and says, "Did you say you're going to be in Iowa?" And I messaged her back, "Yeah." And she goes, "Well, whereabouts? Let's get together." And I said, "Fine." So we put our messages together, and she drove from her house all the way to Iowa City to meet me the night I went to see my son in his play. And she brought Eminem.
Right.
And I will tell you, I think I've been hugged surprisingly super strong by two amazing people. Jesse's one of them, and Gonzo was the other one. Um, and for someone that only knew me through this screen, and she hugged me like I was her best friend. And my trip to Iowa City was amazing because of that. I shared a picture last week with that. She always called me, messaged me on IG, giving me support. I was new at this. She wanted to help me. I was scared doing a lot of stuff, and she's like, "Oh, don't worry about it." She'd message me, "Hey, your live was great." I'm like, "Oh my gosh!" I'd call her back, and we talk, and I'm like, "No, I got to do this. I got to." She goes, "Oh, it's okay. Don't worry about it." And like she said with you, Pete, she always called you buddy. And I thought that was great.
What I loved was her calls to me after you live stream, telling me he didn't listen to you again. He didn't do this. He didn't do this. He didn't do this.
Yeah. And she's an advocate. She was an advocate. She says, when you go to see Pete's, you better have your business cards, and you better be doing a short every day because he's going to take both those prosthetic feet and put them where the sun don't shine. You know that. And I said, "Yeah, I know."
Yeah,
Um,
scared.
I started messing up my lives. I started messing up my stuff, and she was right there saying, "Hey, let's work through this." She was my technical guru. And the thing is I never asked, and she was always there.
You know that
And
see her early in her being part of this community. You know, when you went to see her in Iowa, it was earlier in the thing because when you told me you were going to see her, I was still at that point didn't really know her as well. Did I had her involved a little bit, but nothing like it was when she did. And when you went to see her and everything, she came back and told me just how much that meant to her. You don't know, Chris. She never really opened up to you on that. From what she told me, that she had never really fully opened up to you, but she was going through a lot of tough times with that with her parents. With that at that time, and she really just needed, a positive morale kick in the butt, and you coming out there was that for her. And whenever you needed something, I know she wanted to do it for you because of what you did for her, what you gave her. That's why she did it. That's why she was over all the time. You indirectly, unknowingly gave her a true blessing, and um, I'm grateful to you for that because I know what it did to help her. I know what it did to help her.
you know, um, God gives you what you need sometimes, and sometimes you don't even know what it is. And I think the talks that we've had sometimes, especially the talk that she had after she talked to her doctor a ways back and told me that her situation wasn't a good one, and this was a couple months ago, and we talked about it for gosh, I think 2 3 hours. I was on the line. We just talked and talked, and it was one of those things where it was like I felt like I was talking to my brother and my sister. That's what it was like. And this is a person that I've known a very short time, but we talked to each other. We listened to each other. I think it was more listening than talking,
Yeah.
but for both of us. And I was just glad that I had the opportunity to be part of her life. And I'm really glad she took the time to be part of my life. And I'm a better person for it. And I just hope that I can do the same for someone else that she
Yeah,
did for me.
buddy, you have. You've done it. You've done a lot for me to help me. Trust me that you've paid it forward, and I'm grateful. Trust me, 110 times percent. You and Paul both. You guys have both been in my house and things you have done for me. You've seen me at some of my weaker moments, and you've been there. And I think it was, the same thing that Jesse did for both of you guys during tough times of your life. You have both paid it forward, and it shows a ton of character as well. Two things. One, we should congratulate you. You're celebrating your wedding anniversary this weekend. Uh,
36 years, 2 days ago.
36 years, 2 days ago. And as a follow up question, are you in like Angela Minter's garage hiding and broadcasting? Where are you?
No, I didn't want any of this emphasis to be on me today, so I kind of just changed things around in my room a little bit.
Okay, I'm just concerned. I'm just making sure because all of a sudden it looks like something out of Psycho. I'm looking what's behind you there. I'm seeing some kind of crazy hat. I'm seeing ropes. You got gloves back there. I'm wondering what the heck's going on. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
so. Well, I appreciate you. You want to hang around for a bit or?
no, actually, I'm gonna go,
Okay.
but I appreciate that. Thanks, and thanks to everyone. Um, if you chat with me and you message me and you text me and you IM me or you call me, just to let you know you matter to me, and I'm very grateful for you, and so thank you.
That's exceptionally well said. And as everybody's going to do tonight, everybody needs to leave with a smile on their face. I'm going to officially tell everybody that Baker only has a shirt on because it's his anniversary. He's completely naked streaming.
That's true.
Oh boy.
That's not true.
People taking pictures? Congratulations. We'll see you, Baker. Thank you for coming in. Make sure if you don't get a chance to watch live, check out the replay. The video Casey did here in a little bit. It's going to be very nice.
Oh, I'm going to stay in the background.
Okay.
I'm not in the background, but I'm just going to be here watching.
All right. Well, if you stay in this chat, please put pants on because Debbie Bernfeld's in here.
I've never said this before,
Okay, go ahead.
but I'm going to say it
Okay. I'm ready.
one time.
I'm ready.
Love you, Baker.
Love
Wow.
you, Chris.
Wow. That just hit me hard. These two go at it all the time. And I know that they care for each other, but they jokingly give each other a hard time. That is saying something. That's saying
Love
something.
you, Chris.
And I also loved Encanto. I thought you were fantastic. All right. Baker, goodbye. Baker's gone. So, Paul, you want to hang around still, or it's up to you?
Yeah, Pete, I was going to hang out in the chat. And
Okay. Good deal.
if also, if you need anything else, I know I have to pick up one thing for you while I'm at Disney. Text me. Let me know.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
I'll talk with you before you leave.
Okay.
Just
Sounds good.
I told Angela Minter where she needs to be standing today to take pictures, so I was giving direction and stuff. So, Paul, I know that just leaving you real quick with this. I'll leave you with something funny at the end, but first, something serious. I know how much you meant to her. I know it personally. She told me several times your friendship to her as you guys got together over this last year, bonding over pain, but developing it into a beautiful flower of friendship and positivity was spectacular. If more people in the world, as she said to me one day, I'll never forget this. And please, everybody, understand it's in jest, but it's a beautiful thing. She said, "Where on God's green earth would you ever thought that a Native American and an Asian American would get together and follow some guy that we don't know what American you are, Pete?" And that's what she said to me, which I thought was kind of fun. But she truly treasured you and your friendship. I love the fact that out of all the people in the community, it was you and Tina checking in with her at the end and being there for her. I know she talked to others as well, but I know I talk to you guys each week. So your friendship has been a blessing to me and to all of us coming in. You've been to my house more than anybody in this community. So I love you to death. I appreciate you. And with that being said, I'll leave you with one last comical thing. Where the hell are my cupcakes? You showed up here at my house the other day for 30 seconds and didn't bring one cupcake. I'm just saying.
Next time I'll bring them to you.
I'm just saying. What are we doing? Smile, smile, buddy. She's in a better place, and she loves you. Okay.
Right.
All right.
Love you guys.
Keep your head up.
Paul.
Night, Paul.
That's a good dude right there. Good dude.
Mhm.
Very good dude. Tina, you tracking everybody's names and everything?
Yeah, I got him.
Okay, we're doing pretty good there. Paul's a amazing person, and I'm blessed to have him as a friend. So I give him a hard time about cupcakes. He does not have to bring cupcakes here all the time. It's just fun to give him a hard time. So he showed up here the other day with cupcakes. Right, he brought me some last time. He and Angela and I went to lunch, and he's talking to me about them. I'm like, okay, these are cool, and they were good cupcakes. All of a sudden, we're in chat. He's like, yeah, I spent $30 on cupcakes. I about choked. Nobody spent $30 on cupcakes. What is wrong with you? Do not spend $30 on cupcakes for me at all. I love you to death. You don't need to do that. That's not what it's about. But I do like donuts. I do like
I
donuts.
spent about $50 at Gideon's, but I ate it all, Pete. I'm sorry.
Shh, nobody listened. Jackass. All right, back to it. Earmuffs. You are an idiot with that. You need to hear about that.
Pete,
Yes.
there's a couple more things I wanted to say, but can I save it until after we watch the video?
You absolutely can. And anybody else that wants to check in can do so. If you have the link, we can get that over. Let me bring this back up.
Jeanette Sebastian the Grab helped me, Pete. The Spirit jersey is on Shop Disney.
Oh, okay. How much is it?
And here is the back of it. It says "Spreading the Sunshine."
Yeah, that's an
It
announcement
is,
present.
so it is $74.99. Yeah.
Baker, I'm gonna call you tomorrow. See if you know anybody down there that you can put me in touch with to help me get that. I know he knows people down there. All right.
This is part of the Flower and Garden Festival.
Yeah, we can't get to 20% though in Shop Disney. That's the problem.
You cannot. Yes.
I paid all this money for annual pass holder and I can't get the discount. So
There was one other new piece of merch, and that's the Orange Bird Munchling plush.
stupid
Oh my
thing.
gosh, that is the cutest thing I've ever seen.
This is the Orange Bird citrus infused cupcake plush.
You don't get
the
the chance
little
talking about that.
Oh my gosh, I want one.
$19.99.
Why didn't we
It's a
think
little
of,
jar of honey there with him.
why didn't we think of this, Chris? We could be millionaires. So simple of a thing.
Yep.
Oh Lord.
Oh.
We could have sold a few of those.
You ain't kidding.
Maybe we should make munchlings of ourselves, Pete. You think anybody would be interested?
I would do that. Can mine have legs or no?
Sure.
Okay.
They all have these little nubby legs. You'd be fine, Pete.
Oh, that's rude. How rude.
Oh my gosh, you
How rude.
did. You totally did.
Next topic. Let's go to the next topic. I don't want to look at that anymore. Now I can't go to Disney and look at those damn things. I'm going to be thinking of that comment. Oh, my Lord. Nobody better show up here in August with one of those things. Nubby legs. Swear no. All right, go ahead. What do we got? Oh, pins.
Sorry, Pete. There's new awkward moments, pins. Speaking of awkward moments,
Yeah, well,
That was a low blow.
creative transition there. Don't make me time you out, Sparks.
welcome in. Hello. There's new pins over at Epcot. These are you got a 4-pack of pins with Olaf reenacting movie posters and scenes. Tangled, The Lion King, Little Mermaid, and Moana.
Olaf, another one have legs.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And then there's also the standard flip pins. These have 2 scenes on it, so that this scene will flip out and flip around. So there's 2 scenes there, and then one on the back of the pin itself. One for Baymax. There's one for the Emperor's New Groove.
Wow.
Genie from Aladdin. Wreck-It Ralph, and then there is a jumbo
Hold on, go
of
back. Where's Wreck-It
Beauty and the
Ralph?
Beast.
I want to see Wreck-It Ralph.
Right here.
Is it actually Ralph on there? Yeah, it is.
It is.
How much is that?
Okay. I think these individual ones are. I'm trying to remember, Pete. I want to say these are $24.99 or $29.99.
All right, I think we can do better than
These-
that. My
Holy
agent,
cow.
but my agent knows what I'm talking about. But I think we can do better than that. Okay.
Yeah.
When you zoomed in on the Wreck-It Ralph pin, I just had huge chill go up my spine for no apparent reason.
Oh, well, you're welcome.
Usually that only happens in Studio B, so I'm impressed.
That's
That's
something
not
new.
that kind.
And there's the genie one.
I love Genie. He's one of my favorite. Well, that's why he's on my screen. He's one of my favorite characters. And
Yeah.
okay, so here's the funny thing. We've been honoring Jesse all day today. I just realized the bottom character is Wreck-It Ralph. How about that?
Yep.
On the screen.
Oh wow.
Oh, I should tell this story real quick. Just hold this page for a second, Chris.
Okay.
I told a couple of people this. Tina's going to flip out when I tell it again. The Cardinal story. So I'm broadcasting Preston's game the other day. This is right after we found out, so it's Monday. And I'm sitting up away from the field because they didn't have a disability path. So I couldn't get down close to the field, right? And I'm broadcasting the game, and Preston was playing third, and he was due to come in to pitch. He's the closer on their team. So he was due to come in to pitch. And I kept thinking, is he coming in here? Is he coming in here? I'm talking and everything. So finally we get to the seventh inning, last inning, and the coach walks out to talk to the pitcher. And I'm like, oh, he must be getting where he wants to do it to bring Preston in. And all of a sudden, above me, this bird starts going off, right? And I'm not thinking about it. And I'm like, during the stream, you hear me like going, come on, bird, I'm trying to do this stream. Preston's about to go in here. Leave me alone. And all of a sudden, right as Preston's about to go in, I look up, and I kid you not, you see it. I turned the camera on the tree so people could see I wasn't BSing. On this tree, staring me down, is a cardinal. And I mean staring me down. And I looked up, and I went, the breath was kind of taken out of me for a second. Because they say cardinals and the passing of a loved one. And the minute I said, wow, look, that cardinal's here, and I wonder if it's here for a reason. And I took my breath, and I was like, all right, well, Preston's coming in here, and this is good. He's going to start here. The cardinal stopped chirping, stood there for a second, and then flew away and was gone the rest of the time. And I was like, no way. I've heard that happen a bunch of times. I've never had it happen to me. That bird was screaming and staring me down. So I have a feeling. Anyway, go ahead.
Paul says it's Jesse yelling at Pete.
It very well could have been. I'm used to that. I'm used to getting the phone call of, how'd she used to word it? I can't with you today. That usually just come right out of her mouth. I would answer the phone. I wouldn't even get hello. I can't with you today. You can't be on there making references to baseball bats and saying everybody likes to grab their wood. That's what I would get. I was like, I'm talking about a wooden bat. But yeah, that was Jesse.
Can I make a request?
Yes.
One of your emojis for members. You want to make one Wreck-It Ralph?
I'd have to ask my guy that does my emojis.
That can happen.
Okay, thank you. There you go. So, okay, back to pins and stuff. We got about 7 minutes, and we'll do Jesse's video, and after that we'll let a couple people speak that want to say something, and then we'll do the giveaway.
Baker, I was thinking and kind of hoping that was how that story ended, but
No, the bird didn't poop on me. It flew off. Had that bird done that to me, I would have got up and walked right over, I don't know what, across that grass. I would have flipped out. That bird was staring me down. I couldn't believe it. It was staring right at me. It was not happy. I was like, oh my Lord. So anyway.
The virtual queue for Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind has been open later and later, and I'm wondering why there's still a virtual queue for this, to be honest.
I don't know. I wish they'd put it on where we could get it on disability before we get there.
Mm-hmm.
That would be fantastic. I'd have that before I walk in the...
They say while the first few months they saw the virtual queue gone within 10 minutes, There were days that it would last until 4 or 5 p.m. Um, and yeah, it's lasting for a while now. So I was hoping while I was there that they would remove that virtual queue, but it's still there.
Well, I hope by September they've removed it.
So, yep. Ariel from the Little Mermaid live action film is coming to Disney parks.
Like what? Like she's coming there for a meet and greet?
Well, no, they'll have an updated version of Ariel for meet and greets.
Oh, okay. So
Um,
wasn't this young lady African American that did this role?
correct.
Okay. All right.
So is there going to
movie-
be one original Ariel and one live action Ariel? Is that what they're doing, or are they swapping out?
It's
one for the
possible
other?
there could be both.
Okay.
Okay.
I would think over at like Voyage of the Little Mermaid, where you go back into the grotto to meet and greet back there, would be the regular Ariel. I have a feeling this one may be more out and about and in some of the parades and different stuff.
Yeah.
like
Okay. Interesting.
that. That's just my personal assumption at this point. No definitive answers here, but the movie releases in theaters May the 26th. There's also a ton of merch coming up for this movie as well.
Okay.
Speaking of which, there's new live action Little Mermaid collection at Walt Disney World and on Shop Disney now.
Greg's got your answer there, Chris.
Oh, Planet Magic Kingdom is the original Hollywood Studios. There you go.
There you go. Right there.
That's a good answer, Greg. I would prefer the other answer of when can we open up the show at Hollywood Studios again. But
Right.
Yeah, really. That would be awesome. I miss that.
this is your Spirit jersey, part of your world, and then Ariel there on the back. And then there are new ears. We'll go into a lot of this in depth. This is available, like I said, at parks. It's also available on Shop Disney right now as well.
Greg
I have
says
some of this pulled up for us to go over.
forever closed.
Whoa.
I don't like hearing that, Greg.
Yeah, I like that. That was one of my favorites too.
That was a good show.
I wonder why. Do we know why?
I don't know. They made a new sign for it after the shutdown, and then but it never came back.
Yeah. Well, Greg's allowed to be wrong once in a while, so let's hope it happens.
Uh-huh.
That would be great. Probably not, but that would be great.
Probably not.
Okay.
You want me to go again, Pete? You want to?
Yeah, go one more.
There's new Star Wars collection coming to Cincy on May the 4th. This one is super cool, and I may have to order that one.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
You've got the Darth Vader and the Boba Fett warmers with wax melts. You've got the Ewok Wicket plush with the Cincy pad, Cincy Buddy. The Boba Fett warmer is $90. The Darth Vader is $85. And that would look awesome on the shelf behind me. The Cincy Buddy Ewok Wicket is $50.
Okay. Who ever
I
thought
like the Ewok the best.
who ever thought you have a Ewok with that? So, oh look, you can do that up there. We can do a smaller version up there. How about that? That's pretty neat.
Oh, look.
That's interesting. Good night, Julie. We appreciate you being here. So, we're not going to do that. I'll turn. That was why I had that off. I knew there was a reason when we did. So don't forget. After we do this in a minute, we'll come back and we'll talk for a second, and then we'll do the giveaway, which is the ears tonight, courtesy of our friends over there. And I should recognize them real first because we truly appreciate their partnership. very appreciative of JSA Creations, Sammy D and Joey, for being partners with us here for doing a giveaway each month on ears. I don't know if I have the new ones here. Let me just look real quick. Joey and Sammy. May. We're going into May. Oh, the one they sent me, it looks like it'll be Carl from Up. That'd be kind of cool.
Cool.
Carl from Up, and then that's that one there. So yeah, so I'll confirm that with them before we officially put that out. But that was the one they sent me tentatively about a month and a half ago. So Carl from Up would be pretty cool. I like the fact that they have unique characters and stuff on there. Tina will be when we get back. We'll check names, make sure everybody's in there. That we don't do it. We'll bring Tina's thing up. Before I play this video, I want to give credit to Casey Bryant, our executive producer, in charge of our lead. We're going to go through, first off, I should say this before I play this video. We're going to go through some changes over here on the channel. I have reached out and met with and some friends, people that are friends, are going to be taking some key positions on this channel, helping me out with things. I'll talk more about that next week. But there is going to be some changes with Jessie leaving because there's things she was doing, webmaster and running Discord and other things that other people are going to be taking up. And we'll talk more about that next week because that's not important tonight. What's important tonight is I want to say this. One, thank you, Casey, for going to make this video. I definitely couldn't have done it. I've been struggling with this over this week. And he reached out to me and said, hey, I put this together. His creativity that Casey has done over the years has grown and improved, and he's really becoming a quality creator. And I'm blessed that he still trusts me to represent his content on this channel. When you're honoring somebody, at times it's tough because you want to make sure you do it the right way. You don't want to disrespect their family. You also want to make sure their friends are happy. When Casey sent this to me, I remember where it's from. It's from an earlier stream that Jessie had done. She had talked to me about this and about how she liked, this is when we kind of first got to know each other, how she wanted to help people. And she liked my stream because it seemed like that's what I was trying to do. And she had gone through a couple tough times. You'll see in this video, her message is fantastic that she's trying to give. You'll also see, just so you can have a little bit of a smile during this, everybody knows Jessie had her dog Eminem that she loved. During this video thing, I laugh about it. You see her in there yell at the dog in the middle of everything, just out of nowhere. And then she comes right back there like nothing was going on, which made me laugh a lot when I watched it. But she, I want to say this now because I won't be able to do it afterwards. I was so blessed to have her come into my life and to help me when I was starting this. I would have never been able to get to where I am without her being an integral part of this channel. She was loyal to me and to the people of our community, not just me, to the people of our community, more than anybody I've ever met. It didn't care what your downfall was. She looked past it. It didn't matter how successful you were. She didn't look down on you for being better than she was. She just wanted to be a part of something and be treated like part of the team, not an outsider looking in. I feel and I'm proud of the fact that this channel, I hope, did that for her. And if I do nothing else, if I never gain another subscriber, if I never do anything, from what I've been told over the last week, from what people have reached out to me and told me, we accomplished that for her. And even in her toughest time at the end, she had all of us behind her. So with that, I thank Casey for doing this. And this is our tribute to Jessie, the best way that I think that we could, which is Jessie saying goodbye.
Just know that
From the bottom of my heart, I love each and every single one of you. Everybody is special to me in their own unique way. And as I always say, be true to yourself, be true to your heart, be true to your mind. Don't hesitate to call someone.
Think of a better way to honor her memory than to allow her to say what we talked about all the time and how much we love this community and these people, and you to hear it not from me for once, but from her, and to hear it in her own words. Is I hope it means as much to you all as it did to me. Chris, I'll go to you first to give Tina a second to get together.
I don't know how to follow that, Pete. Um, yeah, that's Jesse, and that's a lady that I'm going to miss dearly. Um, yeah.
And Chris and I will honor her, and also we will honor Ryan, who left us. Also, two Hall of Famers. Chris and I will just spend a moment to honor them when we do our announcements in May for the next Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Uh, Let me bring in the guest three, and it is somebody whose camera's not working. There it is. Oh, Dave. Hello, Dave. Please tell me your internet's working. You just it didn't come in to be froze. Dave? I feel like I'm watching your show. Dave. Dave? All right, well, Dave's trying to figure out if he. Please don't cuss, Dave. Oh, God, I hope don't cuss. We can hear you. I don't know sign language, Dave. Can you hear? Can you hear me, Dave?
I don't think so.
I don't think.
Dang it. Let me leave.
Oh, there he goes. Tina, you want to, while Dave's figuring out, you okay? You want to say a few words?
Yeah, I was just I was thinking a lot this week, just reflecting. Jessie reminded me a lot of my best friend. Her name was Shara. She was my best friend at the end of high school and then through young adult, early 20s. And we had lost touch because of certain things, and she was my best friend, and she reminded me a lot. Jessie reminded me a lot of her. And some years back, I had lost her. I found out that she had OD'd, and that kind of hit me because she was one of the only people that I could really ever felt like that I could connect with. I could experience. I how to explain it, but just that understanding between the two of us. And Jessie reminded me a lot of her, and she was a comfort being in my life. Um, in the last year and a half or so that we've been talking, and I realized something before my grandmother passed away in 2021. I used to talk to her a lot on the phone, and it kind of slowed down for some reason or another.
I used to talk to her a lot on the phone, and
Somebody,
it kind of
Javier, turn off
slowed
your.
down for some reason or another. I used to talk to her a lot on the phone,
Somebody,
And Tina
Javier, turn
doesn't
off
sound
your.
good in multiples. Um, and when my grandmother passed, I was beating myself up for not talking to her every day on the phone like I had in the past. And when Jessie passed, I felt the weight
Okay.
of how close we were. And it just brought me back to thinking, would I have been that much worse when my grandmother passed, knowing that we had talked so much? It was a healing thing for me, in other words.
Something's not.
And
Dave, we can.
Okay.
Dave, we can hear you.
I don't think he can hear us, though.
Dave, just say what you want to say about Jesse real quick in a minute. You can hear it.
I'm gonna have to step.
You gotta love Dave. You can't help but not.
I wish Jesse was here because I would do this right now. This is literally what I do. I'm going to do it to Dad Bills because I just got a text. Jesse, get with him and fix that, please. That's exactly what I would do right there. So, Tia, go
She
ahead.
would do it too.
Yes, go ahead and finish that, hon.
Yeah, and just it was not that her passing was a healing for me, but it was a positive in the midst of a dark situation. And I wanted to share this real quick because I shared it with a few groups. But the night that we found out, and then went to bed the next morning at 5 a.m. Excuse me, it was the weirdest thing. I kid you not. I was woken up abruptly at 5:30 in the morning to, what was it called, Jason?
Oh,
4:49. And it was no. It was nothing that Jason did. It was nothing. That's not where I'm going.
Okay.
The telephone pole across the street from my house.
Okay.
Loud flashes of light through my bedroom window and loud sounds of zapping noises. And I looked outside, scared. The high voltage wire popped off. And it was raining and we were having storms. And I woke up, and I literally woke up, and Tina doesn't usually swear, woke up screaming at the top of my lungs certain cuss words. Oh, cuss word, oh, cuss word, oh, cuss word, which woke Jason up. He didn't get waken up by that. And I've been so freaked out by that all week. But it's just one of those things where I just was like, that was just so weird. And in the night that we find out that she passes, or the next morning, and her being a weather guru, and
Right.
that was just like, oh my gosh, that all week it's been like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's affected me. But she leaves this imprint. She leaves this imprint on our hearts with the things that she has said, with the things that she has done. She has left her mark. We were part of her world, almost her entire world, and she loved us, and she grasped, I can't even talk, onto us like nothing I've ever known. She was just amazing.
Yeah, she was really looking forward to August, and meeting everybody and doing all that, and it's exciting. So thank you for sharing that, Tina. Javier, have a wonderful day. Now you've changed it 9 times. What is it now? Wonderful day, Javi. I can't remember now. Can you hear me? Um, uh, but you might want to. You can respond. We can't hear you. You got to
There
turn
we
on.
go. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can. There you go. Yes,
Hello, Pete. How you doing? Good to be in your channel again.
buddy. How you doing?
Okay. Hi,
Go,
Chris, and hi, T.
go, go ahead and
So I
share,
just wanted to.
please. Go ahead.
Good, good. I just wanted to come in here. I couldn't let this live stream end without me coming in here. I expressed how many times how I appreciated Jessie. She did something for me that no one else did, right? When I became a mod in your channel, she
Hmm.
took me under her wings. She sent me all the files. She was very on top of making sure, that I learned the ropes, right? She was always there to correct me. And that's what I loved about her. She was so honest, she told you how she felt, and she didn't care if you liked it or not. And I love that about her. And I just appreciate her a lot. Last time I messaged her was in March 8th, and we had a little conversation there, and the little messages that I have from her in Instagram, Twitter, they're always going to be there. I'll never delete those because I appreciated her a lot, and for me, she's always going to be the standard of what it takes to be a mod, right? She was great at it. I remember one time she messaged me and she said, "Oh, you want to be a mod? All right, let me give you the task of putting the links." And I wasn't as fast as her, and she was quick to let me know that. And I was just, I just appreciated her so much. And when I found out of her passing, it just hit me hard. And again, I just wanted to come in here and just kind of express the feelings that I have for her, and just give her props for what she did for me. Uh, and I'm sure she's going to be missed, by a lot of people, including myself.
I appreciate you coming in, Javier, and doing that. She definitely did a great job. She wasn't a strong moderator when she started. She worked hard and trying to hone that skill. She listened to many of our Moduneers on how to do things and how to improve, and she asked them questions, and she actually listened and took their advice, and she became a very effective a moderator. And I know I'm a little bit different in the way I have my channel moderated because of doing sports and Disney and everything. But she knew that I made it clear that if you're going to be a moderator on my channel and you want to be a part of it, I
Mhm.
want you to be a part of it. But you're going to follow the expectations of the channel, and that everybody's going to work together as a team, and we're going to treat each other with respect. So um, the it's tough. I laugh now as I'm sitting here with things, and it was just special. So I know she appreciated you and the time she spent with you, and I truly appreciate you coming in.
I think we still got an echo from.
Yeah, I'm with Javier. I'm gonna have to take you out, bud, just because of the echo.
Awesome. So
I have to take. Thank you for coming in. We appreciate you.
yeah, I don't know. I don't, my other screen. I don't know. Something's not working. Anyway, I just wanted to come in here and say, Jesse, I love you, and thank you for everything you did. And and yeah, I'm heartbroken, to be honest. So I just want to say, come in here, say hello to everybody, and just give some props to Jesse. I love you, Jesse.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone.
Thank you. Have a great night. Javier, everybody. We appreciate him coming in. Disney Stranger is also in the chat as well. Thank you for your condolences, Stranger. I saw that as well. All right. I think we've got everything tucked up where we want to. Sorry, Dave couldn't make it in. Tina, you want to check with the chat, make sure you're not missing anybody. Do we want to bring that up? I guess on the screen we can go over the news. Can you share, and I'll bring it up. I'll wait for. Are you sharing, dear? Did I miss it? Oh yeah, you are. I'm missing it. My fault. It's me. I'm.
Sorry.
Oh. All right. We good there? We're getting. Hold on. We're
Is
getting you.
Tina a robot or is it just me?
Yeah, you sound like a robot, Tina.
Seriously?
Yes.
Just it. I promise you would just.
Let me see. Let me take out this and see if you still sound like a robot.
Welcome in, Annie Coo.
Let me put it into 4. Let me see if I can
Okay,
move.
it's not just me. Everybody's saying.
All right. How about now? Nope. All right. Let me take out the wheel altogether. Let me try that. Now, how about now?
Hi.
Okay.
Oh,
So
there she is.
it was your share screen for some reason. Let's try it again. Share it over again. Let's try it again. It didn't happen before like this.
Tina sounded like she needed new batteries.
She sounded like a robot hooker, according to Justin.
Oh, she's still a robot again.
Robot hooker again.
Somebody get the AAAs.
All right. Mute your phone. Mute your computer.
Well,
Okay.
she needs to
Nod
read
your
off
head.
the
You got
names.
it muted. Let me know when you got it muted. Nod it. Okay, you got it. Okay. Just for this segment.
Ooh.
Hey,
Hey, what are you doing?
nothing.
You like that, Fields?
Stacey Rogers' comment.
What'd she say?
I asked for AAAs.
Oh.
Stacey said no, she takes D's.
Whoa! Holy.
Stacy, you and me both.
All right. Can we bring that up and zoom on it a little bit, maybe, if we can? I don't know if we can. Can you do that?
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to make it big. Oh my gosh. Stop it. No.
Successful! Congratulations! Oh, and the picture looks good, too.
No. Okay.
Oh, I didn't think I was going to get that swallowed.
Why it's not? Oh, wait, what? What are you
Hold
swallowing?
up. Let me take this.
Nothing.
There you go.
Okay, there you go.
All right,
All
let's check and make sure that everybody's in because I don't want anybody passed over.
All right. So let me read names off.
Yes, please.
Okay, hold on. I got to take you out of my ear so I could only hear one Pete. Not that multiple Petes are a bad thing. I just can't focus.
My wife says it is.
Okay. If you hear your name in chat and you don't want to be in, all you have to do is say, take me out in the chat, and I'll take you out. If your name is not on the list and you want to be included, say, add me, please. But wait till I read off the names if you want to be added to make sure that you're not added because you could be added further down the line. So, here we go. Chris Dye, Debbie Thunert, Joy. I gotta put my earbud in my desk. Debbie Thunert, Joy S, Katie Y, Disney Worlders, Stacy Rogers, Home Candy S, or is it Home Candies, Chris? I forgot.
Home Candy S.
Home Candies.
That's right. Home Candies is what she said. Jeannie, Sebastian the Crab, Javier, Space Mountain Dave, Margie Linney, M. Maratu, Movie Mania Nick, Fred O'Malley, Stephanie Keel, Stevie Lee, Walt Disney World Explorers and Chill, Debbie Bernfeld, Monorail Molly, Yachty, Susan Silva, Wish Upon a Disney, Lisa T, Cricket Fox, Amy AJC, Doug Zippity Doo Dog, Dagleberry Sports, 100 Acre Wood, Bill Steffen, Samuel B, Jan S, Happy's Haunt, Caleb Joshua Hill, Flippers Pool, Tina, that's me, Chris Builds, which is Chris, Dad Builds, Marguerite Nagy, VP, Paul Engel, Rob Fuzz, G. Wilson, Surf Bomb John, Walking with the Woods, Bob and Kelly, Jonathan Chong, BDF, Gonzo, Ride the Teacups, Watson Holmes, Mike 88 NYC, Disney Baker, Peaceful Easy Feeling, Lorna, Samantha Lowe, Angela Minta, Theme Park Casual, Julie McGowan, Bloomin' Cheesa, Phantasmic Chronicles, Mike Wheeler, AAA Sparks, Nico the Greco, Rachel's Adventures, The Disney Stranger, and Annie Kook.
So if we missed your name, that's 65 total names. If we missed your name, we'll give you a minute to put in there and say, hey, you missed me. If you didn't hear your name, we want to make sure everybody has equal opportunity. You have to be here to win it. That's the one rule I always have. So we will call it out and do it. And the reason I do that, honestly, is just because when we first started the channel, I just did them and let people. Did you get VP and Gonzo? Baker says, hopefully they're still here.
Yeah, they're in there. Yep.
Okay, they're in there. Jennifer Crusoe said, did you miss her?
I did.
There you go. And fans of the Green Bay Packers is here as well.
Okay, that's a whole lot. Did I just want to make sure?
We had people that would come in for 5 minutes and then just leave and go over and watch somebody else. Well, if you're not in it for our channel, we want somebody that's watching our channel to be a recipient. That's part of the reason. Be in it to win it, Dan says. All right, so I think
I didn't put Greg in because I know he usually doesn't want to be put in. But if you want me to put you in, I will put you in because you can always give the years away to somebody else. You can.
Did you get Wendy B? Got Wendy B?
Oh nope, I got one. I'll put Wendy B in. Okay.
Sully. Hi, Sully. Come here. Andy Cook's not wearing a bra tonight. Come here, Aunt Sully. Hop up here.
Oh my God.
Sully. Sully. He's only worried about French fries on the floor.
I would be too.
Here, let me move so you can get the French fry. Here, up. Everyone see. Up. For me. Thank you. Thank you. There's Sully. He is here, and he is hairless.
I'm ordering McDonald's.
Me too.
Just one of those double cheese. That's it.
Are they going to have this thing tomorrow with the rain?
Have the dumpster thing? Yeah, I believe so. I got a couple of things we got to do around here simple anyway.
Well, it's only me and Mom, so.
I know. But anyway, you want to say hi to everybody, Amber?
Hello.
Oh,
Hey, Amber.
Amber.
Come on, Silster.
Yeah, Sully got shaved. Sully's more bald than Tully Savalas.
He's not shedding them.
No, what? There's no hair to shed. I love my daughter. She went into the dog groomer and said, take his hair all off because I wanted to be cool for the summer. She came back, only had hair on his head and hair on his tail. That's it. Everything else is gone.
It's a poodle.
Looks ridiculous.
That sounds like Jeff did our dream during his swimming years.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. Brenda's bald beaver is now in here too as well.
Would Brenda's bald beaver like to be entered into the giveaway?
Yes, but why not? I know. All right, let's. We got everybody now. I think you got. And did you get this Disney Stranger?
I got Disney Stranger.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I think we're ready. Let's spin this. Let's go with. I'll pick out a couple people. Stranger, give us a number between 1 and 10. I'm trying to go with some different people. Let's go with. Let me go up here. Stranger to give us a number between 1 and 10. And let's go with. Let me go up here in the chat a little bit. Let's go with Bloomin' Cheesa. Give us a number between 1 and 10, and Samantha Lowe, a number between 1 and 10. Those three people. Give us a number between 1 and 10. We'll click this thing to shake it up a little bit, and then we'll spin it.
Brenda says, I don't need in the wheel.
Brenda's not in the wheel.
Yep, I saw.
Sam says 7.
Stranger said 6.
And also Cheesa says 6. So there you go.
Okay.
Shuffle it up. Let's do it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could have added them all together and just did it all at once, but I can't math. So.
You can't math. That's a new terminology.
Yep. All right. Are you ready?
Yep. Spin it. Let's see who's going to get it. Hopefully they're here. Andy's just yelling out numbers anyway. It's like Horseshack on that, whatever that show was. Welcome back, Cotter. Who we got?
Walt Disney World.
Walt Disney World Explore and Chill. Are you still in the chat? We'll count down from 10 at my start. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give it one more second. I do not see them here. Okay, that's unfortunate. We thank them for their support and watching the channel, but you do have to be here to win this. So let's remove them out. Let's spin it again. Click at 5 since Andy Koo yelled out 5.
All right.
Click at 5 and let's find another recipient.
Whoops, I clicked the wrong button. Sorry, Anne.
All right.
No.
Who is it? Dad Builds! Congratulations. Your daughters will love them, right?
Yeah, can I gift them to somebody?
You can gift them. Who would you like to gift them to?
Has Davy Bernfeld won a pair of these?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Is Davy Bernfeld still here?
Debbie Bernfeld, are you still here? And would you like a gift from the amazing builder of dads? I do. Does that mean you're marrying Chris, or you want the I'm not sure what it'd be like. Debbie, with the power vested in me by Mickey Mouse, I'd like to.
She's here.
Okay. Would you like the ears, Miss Debbie? I believe I do means yes. I would love them.
Oh my gosh. She said yes, I do.
Okay. So they are going to go to Debbie Bernfeld, courtesy of Dad Builds. You know what? In honor of Jesse, I am going to buy one from our sponsors at JSA Creations. So Tina Marie, spin the wheel again. We're going to have another winner tonight because I'm going to buy a pair.
Okay. Now I'll do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go, Anne. I made it up to you.
There we go. Spin it. Who's going to be the winner? I'm going to buy a pair.
Oh, so close.
Who is it? Angela Minter.
Angela Minter.
She may be here. She may not. She was on the road driving to Disney. Now,
that's the.
And I'm gonna pull the. There she is. I'm here. See, that makes it easy. So,
there she is.
Angela, congratulations. I'll be getting you a set of ears for that. And see, Angela Minter didn't have to worry about breaking up with Molly. Angela Minter works it out with me. She gets ears. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's good stuff. All right, I'm clicking that out. I'm clicking you out, and you should be back in as soon as you turn your mic on.
Okay, well, let me get off the phone first.
Oh, yeah, goodbye. And let me bring it back up to Friday.
Wait, no, I gotta get my earbud. Am I still a robot? Am I good?
No, you're not.
Good.
You're not a robot hooker anymore.
Oh, jeez.
So, Debbie Bernfeld, I believe I have your address, but do me a favor, just send it to me over on either direct message or email. And Angela, do the same for me. Just text it to me, Angela. Or Debbie, you can text it to me too. You have my number. Just text it to me, and I will get it over to them and get that done, and we'll get those out the next week or so. Does Tina need batteries? I don't know. Does Tina need batteries?
Probably.
Okay.
I too take D batteries, much like Stacy.
Oh my God. God bless.
Not going to touch it. I'm just.
God bless.
Although sometimes I like the C batteries, but
I can't. If I say what I want to say, I'm going to get slapped, just like earlier when I had to put it into the private chat.
If I say what I want to say, the stream's going to end. So.
Oh, sweet Liberty. Box squirrel.
I'm going to text you, Tina.
Oh, my Lord.
Jason.
I see that. I think I better get out and stock up on some batteries, which would be good, you know. He wants to know if he should get D or C batteries.
Double D.
Oh, sweet Liberty. You can't toy with my emotions like this. It's just wrong. That's just absolutely wrong.
I'm so far gone, I don't even realize what we're talking about at this point.
Hold on. Now I got to do something. See, you're making me do this.
Hello.
Flipper, you're my hero.
You're welcome.
I'd like to congratulate you for winning the wife lottery. And,
Thank you.
and I would stock up on those big batteries that you use for like running your car, I guess. All right.
All right.
But, all right. I have to do that. Anyway. So do we have any more news or anything you want to cover tonight, Chris? I know it's 12:30.
Well, I do have a little bit if you want to go back to it. I moved 2 stories because they're very appropriate now.
Okay, let's bring up a couple of these stories here. If anybody has my number, my phone number, and you want to call in for a minute to just talk about Jesse or say a couple nice words, if you didn't want to come on screen, now would be the appropriate time to do so. And if somebody's on, I'll just tell you call back because I'm only going to bring on one person at a time. I'm not going to put in, even though Tina would want a big group thing here, I'm not going to do that right now. So, where are we at? I got to bring up your share screen.
And I hope I don't sound like a robot.
Hold on, we're going to find out. I'll share it into number 4. And Rook, before we go to that, Mike Wheeler's on the phone. Mike, go ahead.
Hey. So, yeah. It's been a while to be able to actually come on and actually say something. I knew Jessie way back when she used to be known as Lady Disaster in the chats, and knew her from the chats then. And she truly, absolutely loved this community and what it meant to her. I know that she was battling cancer for a while, and there was a point where she give up, and I told her, I'm like, there are so many people in this community that you have touched with what you do and what you've done to help them become a better person, a better moderator, and just all around better person, that you will truly be missed. And she's like, no, I won't. She's like, I'm nothing special. And it was hard to say with the passing. It just shows, and I hope she sees it above, that she is a special person to so many people.
Absolutely.
She, as somebody that is blind, knowing that I can't do thumbnails, she would go out of her way and help me with all my thumbnails on my videos. And I would say, hey, I need a thumbnail. She's like, hold on, give me a second, boom, and it was done. The last one she did for me was my Tron thumbnail. And people just ranted and raved about how good it looked and what it looked like. And I was like, it's all to Jessie. I'm like, I said, I'm looking for something like this. I'm like, I trust you. Go.
Well, I know you. I know that she did do a lot with you, Mike, and I know it hit you hard because you reached out to me, and it's definitely a tough time. But I know from somewhere upstairs she appreciates you calling in and sharing some memories with it.
Yeah, and even though she was harsh in chats on the trolls, we have some big troll kickers to fill and stuff like that in the mod community with the channel she mod for, and teaching people the ways of how to be a good moderator for not just this channel but for other ones.
Right.
And I know I spent plenty of hours with her tackling the Discord and what goes here, where should I put this, should we do this, should we add that. And we spent hours and hours on the phone talking of, where do we do this? Where should we put that? Should we add this category? To make it what it is. And it's truly a big miss. not having her to sit there and talk about where things go and all. But she truly loved this community more than anybody would actually ever know. Like you said earlier, we actually saved her
Yeah, that's true.
when she needed us.
Well, Mike, I appreciate you taking the time. I know it wasn't easy to call in. I appreciate you doing that, buddy. And we appreciate your support and everything out there in the community and all you do.
Thank you. Love you guys.
Love you too. Hey, Mike,
Yep.
can you see what I'm doing?
I'll shut it.
Okay, where are we at? Oh, God. Tita, what size cups are these?
Corksicle is opening its first location at Disney Springs. It's only a soft opening though. Sorry, Tina.
God, you really, you definitely want a hard opening with that. And also, I should say that I hope these cups are 18 inches. So, Debbie, you're on with us, dear, but you have to turn your computer down.
I hope these cups are 18 inches. Debbie, you're on with us, dear, but you have to turn your computer down. Okay, sorry. Okay, sorry about that, Pete.
That's okay. I'll fine you 12 cents. Go ahead.
I really.
Debbie Bernfeld, everybody.
Yeah, I really want to say that when I became a mod for you, Jess reached out to me and she really helped me, and welcoming me. And I mean, I spent, I think it was maybe a month ago or 2 months ago that I think we spoke on the phone for like almost 2 hours. And she was just going over things and we would talk about other life stuff. And she was just so pleasant and so welcoming that it just made me feel really warm inside. And I really, truly, will miss her.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Tina said, she reminded her of a certain friend. She reminded me of a certain friend that I lost as well. And so I was just so glad that I had that I was able to know her a little bit. I did, I feel saddened that I did not get to know her much more because I really wanted to reach out her much more. And, so I just wanted to let her, let everybody know that she meant a lot to me and meant a lot to the community. And, and that's about that,
She was definitely looking forward to meeting you in August. And
Yes.
I will be honest with you and tell you a true story. Okay?
Okay.
You may get mad at me for the first second, but I think you'll understand.
Don't worry about it.
So when you first reached out to me, I didn't really know you too well. You were kind of coming into the community and everything, right?
Yes.
And I obviously have a lot going on, and I believe in the thing that my grandfather told me, which is, if you want to be special in life, you surround yourself with incredible people, which is what I do all the time. I have incredible people around me. And you, of course, are one of them because you're our mod team. But at the time, you weren't, right? We were just getting to know you and everything. And literally, Jesse, you had reached out to me, and I had like 12 things going on that day. I had a bad therapy day. I had a really bad therapy day because they literally bent my wrist so far back trying to get to zero position that I was in so much pain. I was ready to take painkillers. And she called. I had your information come in, and I literally was in a grumpy mood. And I talked to Jesse. I said, "Just handle this person. Just figure it out and handle it for me right now." Is what I said. Now this is the great thing. She came back to me a couple days later and said, "Oh my God, this is one of the nicest people I've ever talked to ever." And she said to me, literally said to me, "Pete, I know you haven't talked to her much yet because you just found her, but you need to talk to her. She's going to be great for our community." So it was Jesse that came back to me with something of that sort, and then I reached out to you and we started talking.
Yes.
And it's been a blessing for you coming in, but she was an advocate for you when you first came in because Jesse was my buffer on a lot of things. When I've had a lot of people reach out, I had one guy reach out, ask me if I could still do things naked. I'm like, "Jesse, handle this idiot. I ain't got time for it." Literally, want to know if I could do things naked. I'm like, "Take this email and handle this guy." So she was my handle it person. So I love the fact that she came back as an advocate for you. She couldn't have been more right about you. I know that she worked with
Thank
you a
you.
lot on the moderating thing, and she didn't care 1 minute about it. She would, I'll help her to anything she needs, and that's the way she was. So definitely, Debbie, she cared about you a lot, and I'm glad you have special memories of her.
Thank you. Yeah, and Chris, thank you for the ears. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Yep.
And,
You're welcome.
I think you'll make a great husband.
Woohoo! Yes! I don't even have to do comedy at the end of this stream. Debbie did it. That's awesome. Okay, somebody that's coming. Here's the thing. Everybody that's listening right now, that's coming to our event in August. When I call Dad Builds up to help me with some project that we're going to do, he's be up there talking for a minute. I expect everybody to play a wedding march on their phone. Everybody. The whole place.
Can I take their wedding photos?
Yes, Tina will take wedding photos. I can't wait. This is going to be great. Congratulations. All right, Debbie, thank you for calling in, dear. We appreciate
You're
you.
welcome.
You do so much for this overall community. There's a ton of people that can't wait, including myself, that can't wait to meet you when you get here in August with these 60-plus people that we have coming from the community. And I will do what I promised. I will take my legs off and see if you're taller than me. I think you are. Bye, Debbie.
Bye.
Okay. That was pretty good. Debbie Bernfeld, everybody. Oh, the phone.
Debbie
Oh, she's calling back.
Oh, she's calling back.
Oh, Debbie's calling back. Oh, nope, she hung up on me.
Nope, she hung up.
She actually was trying to dial her priest to see if she could get him lined up for the event, and she hit my number by accident. So that was pretty awesome. So go ahead. Where are we at? We're talking about.
In related news to the Corksicle news,
Okay.
I found this article, Pete. The Boneyard is closing for refurbishment.
The Boneyard? That's Carlos's bedroom.
That's what I heard.
Dave, turn down your speaker there, buddy. I'll bring you in.
Yeah, I just did.
Okay. Yeah, that's Carlos's bedroom. They're closing it down. That poor guy.
They're closing it for refurbishment.
Oh my Lord! What are they refurbishing? What is Suzanne getting? What's getting refurbished? Is Carlos getting refurbished? What is actually getting refurbished there? Good Lord, I want to know. I wish I could call it. I would love to call it right now.
Tomorrow night.
Dad, I want to know. Cry might as well. Space Mountain Dave Cantrell is on with us, everybody. Go ahead, Dave.
Hey, for you guys that were really close to her, I first of all, sorry for the loss. I mean, honestly, because I don't know how much she's told you, Pete, but this is how much, and I don't know how many people know exactly how much she stresses across. She was a big part of my channel. She didn't do when she took me under her wing when I was first starting, she helped me to learn the thumbnails and all that. But, on my channel, she got to the point she was doing too much, so she walked away. And then eventually we were getting to the point that I was taking care of things and all that. But, within the last year, she has done, more to me than I can think, because on our channel, we call her the ghost, because she was everywhere.
Oh.
I mean, what you guys have said can't be stressed enough on how much, even when you don't think she's there, she's there. Because even when I was having troubles and, I was having people help me in the background and, they had to step away because of, other family issues, she would step in there, and before I know it, I wouldn't even know she was there, and boom, she's already taking care of things. So, I mean, for the last 8 months, I've had a lot going on with my things.
Mm-hmm.
Her heart is just tremendous, because she would think about herself more than she would anybody else.
Well, she would give me
I know
updates.
that's the way everybody in this community feels.
She would give me updates of how you were doing and all that stuff, Dave. You're very important to this community. There's a lot of people that appreciate you. When you started doing your channel, you had some challenges starting out and figuring things out. And I know she helped you because she came to me and asked me my opinion on it. And I told her the same thing that I always feel, that every person deserves the opportunity to try to go out there and find their magic, whether they're a 1 subscriber channel or a 1 million subscriber channel. And I know she went over to help you, and I know she thought a lot about you. And I also know she had frustrations with you because she would do the same thing she would do with Baker. When I would give you advice on something to do it, you didn't do it, she would come back and give me a hard time about it, which I don't know why that didn't work well for her. No, but she did care a lot about you, and I'm glad she was able to help you. And yeah, she thought a lot of you, Dave.
Yeah.
So
she will be truly missed, and and I just, and she was the only word I can think about what she truly is, and it was said earlier, she was the epitome of what we want this community to be about: love, helping each other, caring, and what this community is about and should be about.
Absolutely. Now, Dave, I know you've had some challenging times, and we're not going to go into what, because that's nobody else's business but yours and those you've shared with. Okay, but with that said, in Jesse's memory and honor, I want you to promise me one thing. You ready?
Yes.
I want you to promise me tonight that no matter how many times you get knocked down, you get up and you dust yourself off in her honor, and you keep fighting through all the challenges at home personally, and as you continue to do your job. Okay?
I will do that.
You're a special guy. There's a lot of people in this community that appreciate what you do and being out there, and the fact that you're a lot like Jesse in a lot of ways. You care about a lot of things, and keep doing your things, and we value you.
I try to do it.
Okay.
I mean, you and her, you've all been a big influence, but I really want to thank you and Jesse have really been. My heart's just.
Well,
it's gonna miss a big part.
We love you, Dave. If you ever need to talk or anything, just text me or give me a call. And and one other thing, when are you going live again?
Tomorrow night.
I want to see Bloomin' Cheese at timed out at least 3 times.
Well, if you want to see how funny she really is, some of the thumbnails she did, she would always interject right at the right. She just had that neck for putting things in.
Yep, she did. She did. So do what you got to do, bud. We appreciate you. And no matter what Movie Mania Nick says about you, I think you're a good guy.
Thanks, guys. Have a good night, Chris and Tina.
All right. Bye-bye. Space Mountain Dave. I still can't. The Boneyard. Are you aware that the Boneyard is closing up?
What is the boneyard?
That's Carlos's bedroom. Do you still talk
They
to?
never give you any sauce.
Do you still talk to Michaela?
Mhm.
Tell her you're sorry to hear about the Boneyard.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, all right. It's been a fun night here. It's almost 1:00. Sully, I can't give you here. You want this paper? No. Okay. Sully running here because Amber won't give him anything. That's it. Okay.
Stacy Rogers.
Hold on. Stacy Rogers with a D is on with us. Go ahead, Stacy.
Do you know, I can't tell you how many times I would get messages from Jesse when I'd be modding on another channel.
Sure you
saying,
can. You can.
Saying Pete was saying this about you, or Pete said this, and then I'd pop back over into your stream and be like, a little birdie told me, because I knew, and...
I have a question.
I may have an answer.
Why are you on everybody else's stream and not in mine?
Because you don't necessarily need me there. You've got other people like Tina, and you had Jesse, and I could be over like at Resort TV 1 because I didn't have to worry about what was going on at your stream. They were there.
I get it. I always go to the bigger player. I get it.
But
Go ahead.
yeah, this just has, like Tina and even Debbie said, one of my best friends passed away early this year, and she used to call me late at night, and we talked for hours, and when she passed, I was like, well, at least I have Jesse.
Yeah.
So now, it's been tough, but, she would message me when you would time out one of your mods to say, oh, by the way, so-and-so has now joined the club too. So somebody's going to have to pick that up for her now.
Yeah,
But
she was good at that.
yeah, she I believe she was the bird. I think she probably did try to poop on your head and just missed.
It was interesting to say the least.
Yeah.
I don't know. If
Yeah.
it were Jessie, she wouldn't have missed.
So I had something happen to me the other day, and when it did, it was just shock and awe for me, and I was just like, "Hi, Jessie." I just knew that she was there at that moment. It just,
Yeah.
and I think we'll all experience moments like that. She's just gonna let us all know she's with us.
I always try to do as much as I can in her honor and stuff that would make her laugh.
Yeah,
That's important to me.
but she's left a hole that's going to be hard to replace.
Yes, she has.
Yes,
but we can
she's with us.
We can still I can still do little things that'll make her laugh somewhere wherever she is.
Yeah, I had a feeling that when I called in, you were going to time me out. I knew it was going to happen. So,
Jesse.
oh, please! It had first of all, I'm a mod. You're the only one that can time me out.
No, Dad builds can too.
Okay, so but I know you did it, but that's okay because I knew it was going to happen. So, and for Jesse, I'm good with it.
I appreciate you calling in.
But
And
do me a favor.
Yes.
Don't end the stream within the next 5 minutes. At least give me a chance to be able to come in and give hearts for Jesse and say goodnight to everybody. But other than that, I'm good with the timeout.
Okay, Tina, we're good to go for another 4 minutes and 50 seconds.
If I keep talking, it'll be longer than that.
Oh God, thank you for calling in, Stacey. We appreciate you.
All right, miss you, Jesse.
Oh my God.
So, let's go around just real quick. I'll let Tina go first. Final thoughts tonight as we finish up. We need to go to 101 so Stacey can come back in.
I don't know. The week hasn't been the same. It's surreal. When I'm folding the laundry and thinking about how I would talk to her while I was folding laundry or doing dishes, or my kids were acting up and she would say, "Oh, JJ, stop it," even though he couldn't hear her, or she would say something funny that my kids are doing, or I would go and sometimes if I had to, I would go and sit in my car and talk to her when it was too noisy in my house, and coming back in from the car with a phone call from someone else the other day, it just hit me. So it's like things are they're different now.
Yeah, they're different.
They're different, and they're going to be different, but we will adjust and we will heal, but we'll never forget her.
Mm-hmm.
And she will never not be in our thoughts.
That's very well said, Tina. Very well said. Chris.
I was messaging Tina about this earlier today. This week has felt like it has been a month. It's been a rough week. It started out with this news and just compiled with several other things, and it's been a tough one. And I'll be honest, I was kind of dreading this tonight because I kind of wear my heart on the sleeve or whatever euphemism you want to use. But I'm glad we were all here together tonight, and I'm glad we had some laughs because I know that's what Jesse would have wanted us to do. And yeah, she's going to be missed, and yeah, not forgotten.
That's well said, and I want to make you feel better. So look what's right behind me. You know what that is?
The box.
The box. No. It's a train station.
Oh.
It's downstairs waiting for you with the rest of your stuff. So how's that put a smile on your face, Bubba?
That helps.
Yeah, she would want you to have that smile. Everybody that came in tonight called. Thank you, Amber, by the way. I don't have extra hands. I can't pick up that box. I'll drop it, and then Chris will be mad.
Thank you, Amber.
Yeah. The everybody that came in tonight via on the channel. I'm not going to recite names, but I just say thank you for coming in. Everybody that called in on the phone, I say thank you. For Chris and Tina, who I know this is tough to be on most of the night with me, thank you for what we did here. To Jesse, I say thank you. I say thank you. While we won't see, I actually went earlier today and went into one of my older streams, and she was always one of the first ones in my streams. You know, good afternoon, Pete. Good evening, Pete. Good morning, Pete. And I went in and watched a stream from like 2 months ago, just so I could see her name come up on my screen. You know, and it just reminded me that you know she'll always be a part of this channel and what she did. Her influence is seen all over with all these lives that she's touched. With the she went out and made logos for people that don't have channels that went into the Hall of Fame and sent it to them. But didn't want any money for it, just wanted to send them out to people. And I know there's a bunch of them that still use them, which I think is really cool. I saw people using them on social media.
Which, by the way, can I say something real quick?
Absolutely, go ahead.
If there were some people that reached out to me because they had lost their link to that Google document with all the logos, if you want your logo from the recognition series that Jesse made you, I have it. I can send it to you. So just reach out to me and let me know.
That's good to know. That's great to know, Tina. Awesome, thank you. Um, so sure, her influence will always be felt. I'm not sure how I'm gonna find some way to keep something of her on my Facebook page or my YouTube channel. I mean, my website where we have the Hall of Fame. Besides just the Hall of Fame, I don't know if we're gonna do something. I don't mind announcing it. I have a new webmaster as of today, Jason Flipper. Will be taking that over as my official webmaster for the Pete McDivitt Show. And I couldn't think of anybody better to do it. He's incredibly smart when it comes to this stuff. Not so much if you put him in an alley and tell him to get it out of there, but he's really smart. You guys, if you don't know him, you might hear him talk and be like, "What's up with this guy?" Trust me, he's forgot more in his life than I know, and he's going to be great, and he's going to bring his influence to it, and he's going to take Jesse's path to another level. Plus, he's got a heart of gold, so I'm excited about that. So that'll be going, and Joy S is going to take over running officially as in charge of our Discord, and she has some support for that to try to take up from where Jesse kind of left off there with that. So we got some people coming in place that are going to be helping, which is going to be good. We'll figure out a way there. Tomorrow, 11 o'clock in the morning here, so I got to get some sleep. We will have our moderator tutorial for any moderators that are new that need some help getting better, stronger, quicker, faster. For any veteran moderators that want to sit in and maybe sharpen their tools even further, or maybe even tell us something that we're not covering so we can make the next people that come behind you better. What people don't understand with that tutorial and why we're doing it is it's to make our whole community better. The more channels, the more people we get involved that take that tutorial that was put together by 10 amazing moderators. We're not perfect. We're not saying that in any way, shape, or form. But I guarantee you, I've got a lot of experience in. I learned 3 or 4 things when we put that together. It will help. It will get better. And why do I care about that? Because if we all get stronger, the entire community wins. And the more people we find, there are millions of people out there that love Disney. We've only got hundreds of thousands over here. JoJo has 1 million because he's got all this other stuff that he does with everything else. But Disney-wise, there's a ton of people here. Why can't Resort TV 1 be 300,000? Why can't Dad Builds be 10,000? Why can't Myers and the Mouse be 25? Or take your pick. Why can't Adventures by Cardi be 50? Or Corey Meets World be 110? I'm just saying, I think we can keep growing as a community and doing the right positive things. So 11 to 12, if anybody wants to come in, the link is in my community section. And Dad Builds will be live tomorrow night. He'll be doing his show at 9:30. If you're not following, you should be. Dad Builds gets 90 to 100 over there every night, and all they do is have fun and laugh. It's a good time to do that. Tina, you'll be live next week. Are you doing your Wednesday show, Thursday show? What show are you doing, Miss Tina?
Yeah, usually my Wednesdays at 5 o'clock, and then Farmer Wants a Wife recap show for episode 8, which aired this past Wednesday. We tried to do last night, but we had technical difficulties, so we'll do it Tuesday night at 9 o'clock. And then Thursday night back again at 9 o'clock for next week's episode.
If you had one farmer you were going to hit on and make a move on, what farmer would it be?
None of the ones on that show.
The one in the Dell, maybe? Who else is? What other farmers we got out there, Chris?
Oh,
got to be some famous farmers.
Oh, McDonald.
Oh, McDonald. We got that one.
He's my pick. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Aged like fine wine.
Jonathan
He's
Chong.
got all the animals.
Jonathan Chong is a Canadian farmer. I heard about it. So, I don't know. There you go. So, I appreciate that. Dan, we appreciate your partnership. Real quick, I just want to acknowledge, because we didn't get to him tonight because we wanted to honor Jesse. Let me acknowledge, and if moderators could drop the links. We don't want to forget Carlin Kika's Adventures. Hello. Welcome in, dear. We don't want to forget saying thank you for the support to Park Hopper Choppers. We love them. We support them. I love them. We don't want to forget to say to Main Street Treat Company, if we could drop their link, they're absolutely fantastic. We want to say thank you to the Disney Baker, who brings our segment to us for people in the parks, which is absolutely phenomenal and huge support to us. Also, a quick thank you to so many people that do commercials on this channel that help keep it going. Space Mountain Dave and Cinderella loves Disney for doing it. Adventures by Carney, all those people supporting us. I do my commercials for all the Disney people dirt cheap so that they can get out there in front of all these sports people and grow their channels. And I appreciate all of them. Let me do a quick check before I say goodnight. And boom, boom, boom. Here. Right now, everybody, let's take a look. Let me see what comes up on my board. Wow, there's only one channel live from anywhere, and that is Attractions Live. Attractions Live out of California. She's a great girl. She's about 16,000 followers. She is live from Disneyland right now with rides and fireworks and everything. I will drop her link into the chat. We don't have to do a raid, but if you're looking for something to do some late night watching, California, she does a good job, and we're doing it. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Tina. Everybody else. Jesse, rest in peace. I thank you for being here. We are going to miss you 100%. And where is... Yeah, she had me move it. Here it is. Good night, everybody. I hope it's going to work. Tina, I want to talk about those cups in a minute.
Thanks, Musketeers, for joining the party. We'll be looking for you tomorrow, same time, same place. Bye, all.